Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. Hello, Jerry. I'm sorry that I didn't manage to get the like buttons all sorted out, but do smash a little like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It all helps me out. Feeding those little kittens. Got to give them little strokes, saucers of milk, cat food, all that kind of crazy stuff as well. I hope you guys are doing really well. I'm just monitoring the chat over here on my other monitor. So hello, guys. Hope you're well. Hello, non-fam. Hello, non-stick. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Jeff. Hope you're well. Hello, Gary. Oh, my God. What a fantastic day it's been today. You don't know. It's been amazing. Evening, Carl. Hope you're well. So if you did join me last night, you would have seen that I was working on that little Anycubic Mega S. And I've done, with that Mega S, some little mini owls. So I'll add those to my owl collection just over there. It is working well. I am going to be upgrading those Trinamic stepper drivers. But today we're here to talk about the Comgrow Ender Creality V2 refurbished printer, which I haven't got high hopes about, if I'm totally honest. But, you know, we're going to be honest. What's that say? Title says Ender Pro. Oh, it does say Pro, doesn't it? Damn. Well, don't worry about that because I also have an Ender Pro as well. So here that is. Also refurbished as well. There you go. Hope that helps. So what we're going to start off with tonight is going to be the V2. I haven't owned one of these before. In fact, up until very recently, I didn't even own an Ender printer. I've sort of gone down the route of the CR10s and stuff. But what I will show you very quickly, if I can quickly share my screen, and hopefully I can, let me show you a couple of cool things that's happened over the last couple of days. Bear with me for one moment. Let me share my screen. So the good news right now is that my BQBX is actually printing. I can't believe it. It's amazing. That's working. And the other thing I wanted to show you very quickly was if you do go onto the Comgrow website, which this very obviously is, it will show you. So this is about refurbished printers. This is about if you've got a printer, if you've been using printers, if you're printer savvy, that kind of thing. And you're thinking, actually, I could buy a refurbished printer for a lot less money. This is what you need to do. Don't go to these ones over here or try and select the ones that's in your country. Hit this one. Because as soon as you do that, you can then select these options up here. Now, the interesting thing about that versus if you did click on this one, for example, it only gives you a couple of options. So I don't know why that's there. It's a bug or whatever it is. But if you click the first one, it does give you a bunch of different options, and you can pick up a Pro, you can pick up a V2, you can pick up whatever. And there are a number of sort of Comgrow special offer codes and stuff. Now, apparently, my one is supposed to be Sam, and you get 10 or 20 or 15% off. But for whatever reason, it ain't working. So, you know, what can you do? But it does say up here, you do get 10% off shipping. I've got free shipping for all the stuff that I've ordered from these guys recently. And, you know, you can save yourself a load of money. The other thing is here, if you do look down here, if you put in COM10, you get $10 off as well. On the 7th, which is Creality's 7th birthday, incidentally, they are doing another sale. So if you don't want to order it now, if you're thinking about maybe doing it later, then, you know, make sure you guys check that out. And you might be able to save yourself a little bit of money. That's hope. So let's get on with the inevitable then, shall we? Let's see what the messages are saying here. I pissed myself laughing if the refurb is better than the new one you got. Well, you know what? It can't be any worse. Let's be fair, mate. You know, that was treacherous. That thing was all kinds of awful. So let's try the camera angles today. Here we go. This is the up top box. Again, the funny thing is with these boxes, this one looks like it's been to hell and back, as you can see here. It doesn't look like a, you know, all the names are all covered up on it for, I guess, data protection purposes. But that one does look like it's been to hell. But there are, you know, like I say, some people just return printers just because it doesn't work straight out the box, or they didn't like it, or oh, what's this? Okay, so I'm not going to cut the ends off this because the box isn't huge. It's not a Friday printer. Oh no, okay, so this Friday, yes, they have got some good deals on. In fact, if you do tune into the Creality channel on Friday, you might see me, because I'm going to be on there as well. So, which is nice. So we get our printed manual here. So what actually happens with this, and I'll be completely honest on what I found out, is there's a company in the Europe and also in China and in the UK called iMaker. And iMaker in the UK is based in London, and they are the people that apparently are responsible for these refurbished units. So they never gave it a chance, and yeah, so you know that's right, exactly. They might not have given it a second thought. In fact, this looks spanking. I can't imagine this has even been out of the box. I mean, yeah, I mean that looks to me, that does look pretty new, actually, to be fair. It's got a proper manual in there as well, which is nice. So, I mean, there were going to be some telltale signs, I'm sure, but looking at the extruder and looking at certain elements in here, it does look pretty good. So there's our screen. Still got the film on it. So let's pop that down. Let's grab these out. These are still wrapped. So again, could have been a misorder. Could have been someone maybe ordered the Pro. I mean, that looks all good. Can't go far wrong with these bits. That's hello. Okay, so we've got the bed is the bed is not on. Okay, so the bed is floppy. Who misses? Hi Marcel, hope you're well. Hi Tim, hope you're well. The box was opened, used. Yeah, I mean, as I say, it's the only issue that I've got here at the moment is that certainly there's an eccentric nut that's not. God, what's happened there? It's not on. But again, that might have been why it's returned. Look at that. Whee, look at that movement. Beautiful, beautiful. Hi Craig, hope you're well, mate. And if you guys are tuning in on Facebook, I can't always see the messages that come through. So sorry about that. I do miss loads of them, which I don't intentionally do, but I do miss them. And then I go back later and I like everything that people have put. So if you want to try and speak to me now, hello, we've got something here. What's this? Oh my God! No, it wasn't. Oh my God! This is exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is part of a broken wheel. Oh yeah! Lucky me! Lucky me! So there we go. Maybe that's why it was returned. They probably looked at the box and went, "Yeah, that looks new." So we got a cable, UK cable, exciting times. What else have we got in here? So the Ender 3 V2, as well as the Pro, as well as the Max, as well as all the other bits and pieces, they are kits. I mean, this is all brand spanking new. Hey Jason, hope you're well, mate. These are all brand spanking new. Again, this is all brand new. The usual stuff you expect to find in here. We've got the Z-axis here, which has a nut that's just come out. So I'll make sure that I don't lose my nut. So yes, we have got a broken wheel. So we're not off to a fantastic start. And now I'm frantically looking around the room now to see if I have got a spare wheel that I can literally just grab off something. I'm sure if I don't, then there will be one in the house. In any case, another couple of bits of 2020 extrusion or 2040 extrusion here. And this, I believe, is supposed to have a cover on it. So the fact that it doesn't have a cover on it might suggest that perhaps it isn't quite new. What's that say? Crap, I meant to say hi to you, sorry. No worries, dude. That's all right. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about me. I'm all good. In fact, this printer is so good, they've even given me a European plug as well. So I'll be taking that into work tomorrow to scrap. We've got the usual burger flipper, and we've also got the excess tensioner as well inside of that box. So that is excellent, pure delight. We know we've got a broken wheel before we even get going with this. So again, that's going to be entertaining. And the only printer that I've got here in bits at the moment is my Ender 5, which of course doesn't have wheels because it's a H-bot type. Anyway, we'll you know, it's progressive, right? It's progressive. Let's smash the number 2 button. Oh boy. Oh my God, I can't wait to tell them tomorrow that not only did they mess up this special code that's supposed to give everybody a discount, but also the printer that's specially refurbished for me is broken. Anyway, don't worry about it. Let's have a look. What does this say? If this came out in pieces, it would go out. Yeah, I mean, like I say, guys, it's one of those things. It is one of those things. So I'm going to try and, oh my God, let's see if I can show you what is actually broken on this. It's a bit worrying that the wheel is literally snapped on that. And it is, it literally is snapped. Man, that's, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's a shocker. It is a shocker. Oh man, where do I even start? Maybe I should start by just putting it back in the box. I don't know. Okay. Well, obviously I'm going to need to take this off. So we're going to grab those eccentric nuts, wiggle them around in a rubber dub styley, and see what the situation is with removing these elements on here. Man alive, that's great. I'm just wondering if I should take the whole bed off or if okay, let's go with the nuts first. Right, so let's go into the parts list here. We've got some screws, we got the usual bits and pieces, the nozzle filament changer. Oh my God, look who it is. Bloody tripod. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, these are to kit. These are a kit, but they're supposed to be checked. So, needless to say, guys, this is the second printer. In fact, this is not the second printer. This is the, I've got 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th printer that I've been sent from Comgrow. I had the Ender Pro. I had the Ender, the CR6 sent to me, this printer, and then another Ender Pro as well. So, if you're tuning in to see that Ender Pro, don't worry. I've got Ender Pros on my mind at the moment with a project that I'm trying to do in the background of doing all this crazy stuff. Oh, this is going to be a knob to take off as well, isn't it? Bugger. Okay, not to worry. We will remove this wheel and have a quick look at what is going on up here. Oh my God. No, it's not going that well, is it really, guys? You've got to be honest. It's interesting to say the least, but that's what you get. But, you know, for the sake of a wheel, and I hope it's just a wheel that's not right on this, for the sake of a wheel, that's probably like no money. That's probably, I don't know, £6 or something. A couple of dollars, right? It's not a lot of money. We are going to, God, blimey. He's on there, though. That's the problem. Going to use these dodgy tools to basically remove this as I smash everything on the floor. I might have to remove the bed. Really didn't want to remove the bed, but we're going to do it. Here we go. And the problem again with these beds is that these crappy springs they put on all these Ender printers are just naff. They're the worst kind of springs. I don't even know why they bother, because it's quite obvious to me that just take it off the Anycubic. Well, I could do that, but the S, of course, is on those rails, so it doesn't have a wheel to do that with. So Right, let's whiz this out. There we go. Take it off the Anycubic. Hey, James. Hope you're well, mate. Tripod's here. You know, I should actually be playing Tripod song, shouldn't I, as he's here? Wait a second, then. Here we go. I know you've been waiting for it, Tripod. Here it comes.
La 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 la, it's the mother trucker, Johnny Baby T.
There you go. That's what happens when he enters the room, baby. Woohoo! Spares off the end of free. You know what? Yeah, you know, that's another good idea. But, you know, I want to take the end of free and build it as well. I might build it after this. That was the idea. Okay. Let's grab these springs before they dissipate into absolutely nothing. Looks like I'm already missing a spring. I don't even know if there's one on that, actually. Either way, I've got spare springs. Okay, let's try and see if we can take this off then without destroying everything. It's not good advertising for them, is it? Oh, yeah, we'll send you a... what's that? That's the whitest thing I've ever seen. Oh, hello. Wow. Okay, don't know what that's all about, but okay. If you want to elaborate, James, let me know. I'm pretty sure I didn't expose myself. Right then, okay. Let's try and take this first wheel out. In fact, I could probably do this in situ. Let's try that then. Well, the bolt's going to have to come out anyway, right? So we might as well try and rip that one off. You know, I'm still pretty confident that this printer is still going to be new. I reckon they got it out of the box and were like, you know what? I'm not doing a live stream on... oh, the wrap. Oh, the wrap. I see. Mate, I tell you what, I was talking about that yesterday and I thought it took me like 5 minutes to make that because it's a load of crap. But it made Tripod's day that someone's thinking about him. Sounds like you're strangling an animal in the background. Oh, I see. Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, then I thought I might do just a tongue-in-cheek rap about 3D printing. And I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But so, you guys, oh my word, this is insane. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, where are we? This is the bearing. This is the wheel. It's part of the wheel. Maybe I should glue it back together and sell it on eBay. What do you think? That's Tripod's crying about his bloody prints again. Tripod, if you're just slow, mate, it doesn't matter. We're all happy about that. Yeah, maybe they will think that, but I am, you know, I think it might be quite funny. Even if I make an arse out of myself, I don't really care. I'm sort of used to that. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If anybody wants to jump on the chat right now and go live very quickly, I'm going to drop the I'm going to drop this straight into chat. And if you do want to jump on, oh my God, how have I got 101 comments? Blimey, okay. So let me hit that button. If anybody else want to jump on very quickly and just keep people entertained while I go into the house and pick up a wheel, please log on and do so now. And meanwhile, I'll just tighten this last screw up that I was trying to attempt to undo. Or don't, in which case you'll just be sat here in silence, twiddling your thumbs with your 101 comments. Once you do your wrap, it won't be 8 Mile the movie anymore. We could call it 3D Mile. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, yeah, 3D Mile. Right, I do have somebody joining in. Thank you very much to the wonderful Tim. Hello, mate.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, as you can see,
yes,
I'm tormented once again by a Creality product. So, yeah, it's I knew there was going to be. So I didn't anticipate. I've never had a wheel physically break.
Mm-hmm.
Physically break. But what I'll do, Tim, if you want to keep people entertained for a few minutes,
sure.
You know, maybe a provocative dance, or
I can sing.
do that. That's what we're waiting for. So, my power will drop me out. I tell you what, Tripod. This is a new print.
Nice.
Just
My
saying.
dome is printing as I speak.
Just saying. Right, give me 2 seconds. I'll be back with a wheel.
There's a big 32-hour print I did, which finished this morning for the Droid. This is done. It's hard to see. This is in natural PLA, which is pretty much clear. And this printed beautifully. I love the fact I can see through. And I should have done my dome in this too, but I did my dome in a sparkly gray. So, not bad at all. And strong. And it wasn't printed on a Creality product, just so you guys know. This was printed on the Mingda Rock 3, which a lot of people have trashed that printer lately. But other than the fact that I just had a bum power supply, it's been a great printer, and I did swap it out for a 500 watt 24 volt Meanwell power supply. And back to Sam.
You carry on, mate. You carry on.
No,
I want to hear about your Mingda.
I was just bragging about this piece that I printed on the Mingda on a natural filament. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. And I had to replace the power supply on it. Well, I didn't have to. I fixed the power supply thanks to help from everybody that was on my stream, including Tripod. And, yeah. But I ended up buying a new power supply.
Help that guy, is he? He's not normally any help.
No, not really. He just usually complains about his CR6 SE, but hey, and his power outages and all that. But you know what? He did help me out with a little bit of an electrical issue. So
he's a jolly nice man then in that case, isn't he?
Yes, very
nice man. Right, so what I've got here is an older wheel. I think I actually upgraded this one. It's the least worst wheel that I had. And as you can see there, that's looking beautiful already. If you can see that properly on the camera, I think I might have lost a spring because I was just chucking things about a minute ago. But we shall have a look. My wife is now texting me because I just burst into the house. It's all good. It's all good. No, it's all good. Okay, we're okay here. So. Hopefully, you do decide to buy one of these Comgrow printers that are refurbished and are guaranteed. Expect to do a couple of things. Certainly replace the springs. Possibly have to make some repairs to the printer. But of course, this printer, the Ender series anyway, is a kit form anyway. It's a semi-kit, isn't it? Oh, Tim's getting on the phone. Shh. I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk. You're okay. Okay. Right. Good. Well, Tim will be back, I'm sure. Hopefully. Right. Okay. I helped once a month. Caught me in the right time. Did he? Oh, let's see. Well, it's all good fun, isn't it? It is all good fun. So he's on okay. That one's on okay. We're going to use this doobry here. So I came downstairs into the garage today to find that my BQBX had spaghetti pretty much everywhere, which was lovely, as you can imagine. And yeah, that was the start of my day. And then I went to the chiropractor. That was fun. Got cracked with him. Then I went to the orthodontist to get my teeth looked at, which was fun. And then I came home, and then I did some stuff. Then I took the dog for a walk, and then my wife came back, and then she made me dinner, which is the usual thing. And I get to join you guys now for probably the next couple of hours, while we all think for a minute's silence for Tripod's CR6 loss that I know he's mourning about at the moment. But I do know that Mr. Tripod is getting a new hot end for his little CR6. So I am hoping that he's going to be in a much better mood quite soon. Look at that. we fixed it. We've only gone and fixed it. Let's hit the Cam 2 button. Here we go. And that's also move out the... Let's be fair, Tripod has got a lot of printers in his garage, but the problem with Tripod's garage is that, first and foremost, he's in his garage. Second of all, he's got no power. So, Tim, tell me, what is it that you actually do in your abode?
I just hate when customers interrupt my YouTube streams, you know.
It's so annoying, isn't it? It is so annoying.
What I do here, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is a digital print and sign company. So we do everything here from business cards up to 4-foot by 8-foot signs, decals, you name it. And 3D printing when it is required. So, yeah.
Of course.
This is my full-time gig because YouTube just doesn't pay the bills for me. It's not paying anything right now.
No, well, that's the unfortunate thing, isn't it? That is the unfortunate thing. But, you know, not long now, they're going to keep hitting that subscribe button.
Yes.
You'll be the new Logan Paul.
Yeah, give me a few years, it'll get there.
So we have, right off the bat, a wobbly bed.
I sleep on a wobbly bed. No.
Okay, so that's normally down to either these not being tight enough or the build quality not being good enough. So I'm going to untighten these just for a second. Again, when you're building a printer, whatever printer it is, wherever it's come from, you've got to check the foundations of the printer. And if you don't do that, then you're just going to be setting yourself up for failure before you've even started your first print. Because if the printer's wobbling about like that, those ones are nice and tight. So I'm going to suspect that it's this side. Yeah, look at that, look. No wobble, look. Look at that. So if you're setting up the foundations of your printer, you shouldn't really have a major catastrophe or issue. And I hope that whoever was complaining a minute ago about the noise in the background, I have got a lot of printers on at the moment, so I do apologise for any noise that's occurring in the background. But the BQBX is still printing, so at least we've got something there. So you've got 8 of you now, Tripod. Well, if you've got so many printers, Tripod, I think maybe once you get round to the summer, we should be we should perhaps do an open challenge.
Ooh.
So let's see if we can do a 24-hour print challenge and see if anything comes of that. We could live stream it, keep you up all night, drink some beers, have a barbecue. We'll see if anything comes of that. Now I do have a new set of springs, but I don't know where they are. So the springs I'm going to be using on all of these Ender printers are going to be the yellow springs. They've got a certain tension to them. I think there's a green set and there's a blue set as well. But the set I'm going to be using is going to be the orange ones. They're about $6 online on Amazon. And I did order those stepper drivers as well for. I didn't say they were all quality machines. No, that's very true, mate. I thought that's the way of the world, though, isn't it? That's the way of the world. Tell me, did you get a TiVo printer or a Homer's printer? Tripod? We'll wait for that. We'll come back to that later. Yeah, so like I say, the next ones I've got coming up after this are going to be, I've got MakerMade's 300X. They're sending me one of those. And then I've got the Rat Rig VCore 3, which I'm super, super excited about. I'm doing an upgrade on mine. You haven't got one of those. Okay. That was the worst printer, I think. But we're doing an upgrade on the VCore 2 that I've got to VCore 3. And then I'm going to be building another printer. And then I might do another printer with them as well, which is going to be called Creality versus Kit. So I'll let you know a little bit more if that comes off, because that's part of a sponsorship thing that I'm looking at. Right, let me just see if I've got those springs down on the floor. Bear with me for a moment, Tim.
Yep. I'm eagerly awaiting the delivery of my CR30.
Sorry, say again.
I'm eagerly awaiting the delivery of my CR30.
You've ordered one of Naomi Wu's ones, have you? Okay.
It's en route from overseas. So, yeah, I don't know. I keep getting notifications saying that the Canadian warehouse is too full and it's being delayed, which get a bigger warehouse.
Is that through, how are they delivering it? Through like Hermes or a delivery company or FedEx?
Well, it's coming over. It comes over by boat initially, and then once it hits Canadian soil, it obviously has to clear customs and all that, and then it'll be handed over to a local courier like FedEx or somebody like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they for the BX they handed it over to Hermes, and Hermes in the UK is world renowned for being probably the worst delivery company in the entire world. They are atrocious. And yeah, so that was that turned up, and it was unscathed apart from the issues that I've had with it, which are mainly firmware related.
Well, I did get notification that I have to pick up a FedEx package today, so I don't know what it is. Might be a printer, we don't know.
It may well be.
They give me something to do this Sunday.
Oh yeah, good luck with that. Well, I saw that printer and I was like, yeah, it's a bit of a gimmick, and then it's sort of grown on me. And then Creality were going to send me one. They were going to send me one. And I was like, wow, I've hit the big time here. Creality are actually sending me a printer. Can't believe it. And then it was snatched away from me in a very quick fashion, which was kind of funny. And then they've asked me to do this thing for their 7th birthday, which I've done and recorded. And then they want me to do a stream with them and stuff, which I've agreed to do again. And each time I talked to my contact there, I said, so what's going on with the CR30? And she said to me, they have, for YouTubers, they've got category A, Bs, and Cs. And I said, oh, am I a D? Right? And I just, no, you're very important to us. And yada, yada, yada. And I was like, okay. Then, the thing is, they're the ones that offered it forward. I was like, it's definitely not a printer that I would have wanted to buy, because I think it's going to be flawed. I think it's a good gimmicky printer, but let's be fair. On Friday, Creality should be releasing information on their new printers that are going to be coming out soon. So, and I hear there's going to be a new 500 bed printer that they're going to be bringing out. So that's sort of through the grapevine. I've heard that. And also they did a questionnaire about 8 months ago to a load of different people about, what sort of printer are you looking for, and would you buy a 500 printer? To which, of course, when you're a droid builder and when you're making robots, 500 is the perfect size for the body of R2 and for the full-size domes. So I'm interested to see what that's going to be, but I think it's going to be another bed slinger. I think it's probably going to be like, the new user interface kind of versions. Tripod, you're down with a sickness. I got marked down because I was associated with you. I got marked down because on my stream deck it's got a picture of you with a mullet, mate. That's how bad things have got. That's how bad things have got, man. Can't believe it. Man, I'm getting loads of messages. So sorry again, if you're on Facebook and you're watching this, head yourself over to what is this? Head yourself over to YouTube and smash that button, as DB3D Dan says there. Thank you very much. It would be called an Ender 7 possibly. Well, you know what? They probably do, they've done the Max, they've done the Pro, and the Max looks, to be honest, I don't know why they just don't stop selling the smaller printers and just go with the Max, because I think the build plate on this is still quite small, and it's well stuck. So this is a glass plate on here, but it needs to come off because there are some issues already, because it's not central, which is going to really wind me up. Look at this. Here we go. Shall I? I'll do a little close up on this just for tripod, because I know he likes to have things peeled back. Oh, Shadir. Look at that. Boom. And I was worried about this particular bed, because it's sort of like what I've learned very, very quickly through this whole building process of these particular printers is that you do need to have a decent bed or a glass bed, because I was getting, certainly when we were printing the Eggbot motor drives, I was just getting major deviations on the. It was supposed to be straight, and it had a massive arch in it, so it just looked great. So yeah, that sort of went. Well, it's just stuck to something else at the moment, just on the floor, I think. But all the beds were replaced pretty much straight away. And again, today, in preparation for this, I also had ordered on Amazon one of these glass beds as well. This is a Ballisten glass bed. And I thought, if this one doesn't come with one, it's definitely going on. And I suspect the other one won't come with one. And they were supposed to ship me one extra as well, because that's what we agreed. But we shall wait and see. Tim, if you need to drop off at any time, please just do what you need to do, dude. It's all good.
No,
it's the stream title. Okay, well, I have got a pro down here as well, so don't worry. And I will say as well, just before anybody does go, I do have a toolbox here, but it's empty. So, needless to say, there we are. And if you wait around long enough, I'll build the pro for you guys as well. Just seeing Lena's blue tape as under the flex. What's this? Just use the blue tape. Okay. I don't like using tape. My 3D printing days have always been with glass or mirrored beds. So I've got a good, when I set something up, I know what I want. I know how it's going to print. I know how the layer lines are going to come down. And when I take it off, it's going to be beautifully mirrored on the back of it. And that's generally how I kind of work with these prints. So, these types of bed are okay because as you heat them up, they open like pores, and when they close when you put the print down, and then when it cools, it then opens the pores back up. So, and then literally you can just lift it straight off the bed, which is just phenomenal. Let me see if I've got one from earlier.
So, Sam, I'm going to pop off right now, leave you to go at it, but I'm going to be listening, and if you need me back on for anything, just holler.
Cheers. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thanks, matey. Okay, so this is one of the prints that I've sort of done on a glass bed, and it just, like I say, I prefer that to be nice and shiny. And this one came off the Anycubic, and I printed this and the dome at the same time. I just basically layered that underneath it, so that worked really well. And I'm getting good results from it. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say. So there we go. Well, it was nice having Tim on for a little bit, wasn't it? Very nice. Okay, so the difference obviously between this printer and a normal Ender printer is it does have the silent motherboard. They aren't, unfortunately, removable drivers, which is a bit of a shame. And also, you've got a different user interface. Whee, that almost fell out. And it did have the sheath on it. Look at that, look. I was going on about that? Yep, there we go. Oh, I used the TH3D Easy Flex. It's shiny too. That's awesome. Listen, if it works for you, that's great. That's brilliant. If that works for you, brilliant. But we don't have a TH3D in the UK. We have a number of companies that claim they're going to do really good things, and then they are a bag of crap. That's interesting. So they've used the original, I'm guessing they've used the original Ender profiles, because obviously you've got the holes in there for what would have been the power supplies, but I'm just assuming that the power supply is all built in on this. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it's in the back there. Okay. And just so we check, we are on 230 volt on this one. And I noticed on these motors as well, they look like there's extra stickers on them, which I've not seen before, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, bed's all sorted out. That looks good. It's not really going to matter too much about which way I sort of put these on. So let's try and find the bag of tools. See, we're not failing here, are we? Although I've still got to power it up. You never know until you've hit that power button. This is for the... It says playmat on it. Sounds very debonair. So, what's happened here? How are you doing? I'm good, Matt. I'm really good. We've had a few technical issues with this, but what's happened? What's going on? Ooh. Hang on a minute. Sorry, guys. I've got something very peculiar is going on here. Okay, that's slightly strange. Hang on for a moment. My screen has gone all weird. Let's close that down. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Matt. Yeah, we're all right. We're still good. We're still good. Okay. Just got to make sure. Yeah, we've had a couple of teething problems. Nothing too major, though, I'm glad to say. Hope you're well, Matt. Again, if anybody does want to jump on, the link I did paste it in the description earlier. I'm very happy to try and talk to you guys while I'm doing some stuff. Hit your questions up. Grow a mullet. Maybe post a picture of you up in the 80s. I'm down for anything at the moment. It's been a very peculiar day today, and tomorrow is probably going to be another peculiar day. And then we roll into Friday, of course, which is going to be a late night here for me because we've got the droid building expose with the boys. So we'll be on midnight UK time. I think it works out to be 4 p.m. Pacific. So I'm always the one with the short straw during the short straw of all these things. But we are going to be working on the new Eggbot droid, which is a Michael Badley robot. And I know certainly more than one of us has pushed ahead with this. Hello, Shadow Thang. Hope you're well. Oi, oi, Sam Prentice. Kinky get. Well, yes. But I think I have them settled now. What's this? Oh, I've missed a bit of chat there. Anyway, so that's what's going on. And of course, if you're talking about the streams, we do them every Friday, or try to do them every Friday if we're not all busy. Obviously, Marcel's pursuing his acting career at the moment. He's performing in the West End. I think he's sweeping up the stage after the actors, but everyone's got to start somewhere, right? No, he'll be he's doing some film stuff at the moment, so he'll be back, we hope, once he's done that work, and we can obviously carry on building. And I have already got in mind another droid, which is a little bit more technical again, but I'm not expecting all the guys to keep funding this and keep going ahead with this if they're not interested in that particular build. So stay tuned for that one. Gonna have to go to Shenzhen with you. Yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah, please do. Again, that's it's not really a pipe dream, and it's affordable, obviously. The bit that's expensive about going to China is if you decide to have jabs, that is expensive. And the other thing that's expensive is getting your immigration stuff sorted out. So I toured China about 2 years ago with my wife when we were on a honeymoon. And I was so desperate to go to Shenzhen. I really, really wanted to go there. And there's also part of China that has the tallest, it's in Macau. They have the tallest bungee jump in China, in the world, in fact, I think it is. And I was kind of keen to do that, but it was about 6 hours out of our way. So the plastic extruder messed up with mine in 2 weeks. Major problem known with the bed screws. Sometimes slide when leveling them. Check the video on it. Okay. Is that with this the V2 Pro thing? Is that what we're talking about? So they have okay, so what I'm talking about is I'm seeing loads of messages coming in. I'm not too sure what we're talking about. I'm talking about the bungee jumping. They have the tallest bungee jump in the world in Macau, or Macau, I think it's called. And it's not far from Hong Kong, which obviously borders with, not far from Shenzhen either. So we toured China, and then we ended up going into Hong Kong. We were there for about, I guess, a week in Hong Kong, it's an awesome city, absolutely awesome city. And let me get rid of that. I'm trying to get the chat back up so I can see what everybody's saying, because I keep missing out on stuff. And the StreamYard chat isn't as fruitful. Right, let me see if I can grab that. There we go. Right, we're back up now. Let's have a look. Right, that's better. Let's see what's going on there. Happened to me overnight. The back right one is the problem with mine. If you go to level the bed, screw will slide and not keep the top level. Oh, okay. What on this particular printer? Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So, and I think I'm long over. See, I was supposed to go to America twice last year. We booked out to go to Florida and California and 2 different trips and go to Disneyland and stuff before the baby was due to come out. And obviously COVID happened and that didn't happen either. Sorry, before that you said about the expensive immigration stuff. Yeah, so basically, so what was happening, so we were in Hong Kong and to get back into China, there was a whole rigmarole and you were going to have to stand in line for ages. And obviously if you're Chinese, it's not so bad. But if you're touring and you're British and all the rest of it, you're better off being in China and staying in China rather than going into Hong Kong and then coming back. So regarding the injections, yes, so there's a ton of injections that we had before we went out there, things like rabies and various injections that you sort of were advised to have. Although, you know, the weirdest thing that I saw when I was out in China was there was a man walking his monkey. That was just a random thing that we just stumbled across one day. And they were worried about dogs biting you. They were worried about, you know, things happening like that, which, you know, to be honest, although we saw dogs and we saw cats and we saw fish and all that other kind of stuff. To be honest, I didn't really get too close to any dogs or anything like that when we were out there. So, you know, if you want to risk it, you can. But my wife in particular, she really doesn't go for it. If she can be safe, she'd rather be safe. So that's how she rolls anyway. So yes, we had rabies. I was really sick after having the rabies shot. I was really ill, really ill. But you know, I lived to tell the tale, and I enjoyed myself when we were in China. Awesome, met some amazing people out there, and as I say, it was a very interesting time that we had out there. Right, I'm just going to quickly check the manual just to make sure the screws that I'm about to chug in are the correct screws. 1, 2. Okay, well, the good news is this one's in French, this one's in German, and this one is in Spanish. Finnish. Okay. Let's check the other manual then, which is definitely going to be in English. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I was violently sick. The Ender 3v2Z drops on its own. Hard to keep the level up. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens with this refurbished unit that's now been repaired by me. See what happens. So I'm just checking which screw goes into here, and it's going to be. Yeah. Probably doing this all a bit backwards. Okay, right, fair enough. Let's have a look. What have we got here? A couple of screws. I always find like there's always like a couple of spare screws, and I think they do it intentionally just to mess me about, and not because I haven't put it on the machine. I swear to you. Okay, so that's my top. This one here is, let's turn that to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so if you look at if you watched the video yesterday, or if you were on the stream yesterday when I was doing the Anycubic, you know, literally that's 4 screws. The Creality stuff, some of these units are simple, like the CRC series is super simple, because it's just 4 to 8 bolts on the bottom and a little bit of messing around. The Ender series tends to be slightly more of a kit, so you just have to screw a couple of things in. It's no big deal. You know, if you're capable of using a screwdriver, I think you'd be absolutely fine with this. However, if you're going to be changing wheels and stuff, because obviously that's what I've just come across with this, Is that even right? Can't see what I'm doing here now. This is the funny thing about the studio is the light is so bad in here. Are we going in? Are we not going in? The light is so bad in here, obviously because it's set up to try and do bloody film. You can't. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let's whip them together then. Again, unlike the last one that I did of these enders that I set up, we had quite a lot of issues with bent frames and stuff, but this one seems to be okay. So I can't wait to talk to my contacts at Comgrow about the wheel and the code not working and the general hysteria. Right, what have we got? Shadow Fang. Take the glass bed and you see what I'm talking about. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay, right, I get it. That happens on the CR10 as well. Take the glass bed and test the leveling screws. Yeah, fair enough. I know what you're talking about now. Did you do the anti-backlash job then, Jerry? That works really well. Yeah, that sucks. And one of the other videos I'm going to be doing on one of these enders, or probably most of these enders. So I've got two pros. I've got the normal ender, and I've got the V2 as well. And I may still go to, if Comgrow got a good sale, I might still purchase the Max from them as well. Just so I've got like a full array of printers here for, like I say, a variety of projects. I've got the Ender 5 as well, the Plus, that who's the printer that I did upgrade when I met Tripods online, and that's in bits at the moment because I had that Hemera hot end, and I just don't like it. It's not that good. It's not as good as they claim it should be. So I've got a Dies Design hot end on there now. And I'm looking forward to installing that quite soon. So we shall see how that's going to go. Just move this out. Again, if anybody wants to drop in, keep me company, keep me sane. I'm sure Jerry's not out of bed yet. He probably hasn't got his underpants on just yet either. If you want to join in the fun, there's the link. With my fix, but the plastic extruder broke my 40-hour print. I've had a lot of prints before that. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, well I'll see what happens, because you never know what will happen with these printers until they're in and hopefully working, which I'm sure this will be in the next few minutes or the next 20 minutes. So there you go. Yeah, so it's got a bit crazy in here. He did the lock nut and that works. Oh, you guys are really worrying me now. It's a company in Manchester that sell the Ender extenders for the Ender 3. Okay, that's interesting. What I wanted to do, so what I was planning on doing, possibly for my next giveaway, is I was going to do up an Ender 3 Pro probably, and upgrade the whole thing, do all the mods to it, stick a big Tree Tech board in there, silent stepper drivers, possibly do the a few extra mods to it, see what happens, and then I was going to do that as my giveaway. So keep subscribing, guys, because it won't happen until I hit that 2,000 subscriber mark. And once I do that, of course, then I'll be looking to set up a bunch of stuff. I've got two big projects coming up very, very soon, and I'm hoping that after this weekend I should be able to tell you a little bit about that, of what's going on with it and why and how and if and when and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up, so looking forward to getting stuck into that new project. Again, it's a robot building thing, so it's right up my street. So I'm very much looking forward to all that kind of stuff. All right then, let's put this Z-axis on. This, I must say, is one of the things I really don't like about these printers, and that's the single lead screw for the Z. Sorry, it doesn't sit that well with me, if I'm honest. I just don't. I know it works, but you do get that. I can see the slight undulation on the on that, and then of course you have to mess around with the beds, and I don't know. It doesn't. If you're straightening everything up, you shouldn't have to mess around with that. So yeah, second Z mods. That's something that I'm definitely going to do on that. And then obviously then I'll twin the Z's up as well. And all that kind of craziness. Try 2 drops of blue lock on there. Yeah, no worries. We'll do. I'm interested to know, Carl, who that company in Manchester is that does that extender. That could be quite interesting. I'm still getting messages. It's Twitter. It's Twitter, baby. Yeah, so lots going on here at the moment. It's a very interesting time, to say the least, actually. A lot of good people coming up. A lot of good people talking to me at the moment as well about doing different projects. And, you know, part of what my whole point of me being on YouTube is, thanks, dear, I appreciate that, Carl. Part of me being on YouTube is that I'm a robot builder. That's kind of what I do. But I seem to be just doing 3D printing stuff at the moment, which I enjoy, of course. And, you know, I'm very thankful to the people that allow this to happen and sort all this sort of stuff out, which is obviously brilliant. But there are a few caveats with that. It does take quite a lot of time to negotiate the deals and talk about things that I can offer to people watching the streams and stuff. Like, for instance, codes that you're supposed to get like up to a 20% discount on these printers, and of course it doesn't work. So there you go. A message has already been sent. A displeasing message. But that's the way it goes sometimes, unfortunately. Just making sure that's... Love it when things don't quite feel level. I think it's okay. I think we're doing okay here. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could build the other printer while we're talking about the Droid show on Friday. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Z has yet to drop for me. Good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, hello to everybody, the 26 watchers. I'm sure you're having a whale of a time watching me basically doing up a screw. But hey, these are the times we live in, right? Maybe you'll learn something. Possibly. Possibly not. Okay, so we're going to be plugging in the Z here. And we're also going to be plugging in what looks like probably an end stop here as well. And I should confirm that in just a second. This is going to be the Z end stop, which is going to go on the side here. Again, when we go to level the bed, this will come down, that'll drop into that little switch, and that'll basically say that that's where it needs to stop before it crashes into the bed and causes me loads of anxiety and issues. The other thing we've got here, of course, is the X-axis. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So unlike the models before, you weren't able to adjust this without undoing 2 bolts and pulling it. These has got a nice little knob on it that you can pull about as you wish. Right, let's have a look. Let's pop him on. Okie dokie. Let's take this one off and then put the other one back on again. Oh my God. Somebody's just popped in the room. Has he got his pride top on today? Let's find out. Who is it from HD 3D HIJK LMNOP? Yes, you've guessed it.
Hey.
How you doing? How you doing,
How's
mate?
it going? The real Sam Prentice. Hello.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Yeah, well, it's going okay, actually, mate. I'm, you know, I'm getting to the nitty gritty with this now. Bit of a shame about the broken wheel, but you know, worse things certainly happen at sea. Oh, non-stick. You know what you get for that? Hang on a second. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that. Let me highlight that one, and you get this song played. Here we go.
Super chat.
There you go. That's what you get. That's what happens. Exciting, isn't it?
I spent like 2 hours last night in StreamYard taping my video, recording it, and testing my setup, trying to get my buttons and my mic to sound good. After about 2 hours, it was around midnight, I finally got it working perfect. I went to bed. I just tried to restart it to drop in here, and it's not working right. So I don't know.
Really?
So
Oh, no.
hopefully my mic sounds clear. I just picked whatever setting would work.
Well, it sounds okay, but
Right.
you're talking about all the features and stuff, right? That's not.
Yeah, they all got the only thing I got working right now is this button right here. I'm working on the Lazy Susan project, but you can't see it. I got to move the camera around. It's kind of over here somewhere. Yeah, I'm trying to put all these little plastic balls in this ring, and they're pretty small to handle. So
Yeah, you got to watch out those small balls. And there's a great comment here about your Technicolor Dream T-shirt. So after 3, I close my eyes, drew back the curtain. No, okay, just me then. That was Joseph in the Technicolor Dream coat.
all right, I don't recognize it. So I didn't find it funny.
I love it. Oh well.
Yeah, I ordered this off of from Walmart.com here like a week ago. So I like tie-dye stuff.
I like it.
Any kind of rock shirts, tie-dye stuff, that kind of thing.
That's amazing. Hey Victor, hope you're well, buddy. Oi, tripod, I'm watching you with your mullet.
Yeah, the tripod's had quite the luck with this printer. I mean, it was the cold weather, and then its power's out. Next, it's going to be an earthquake.
Well, you know what? I think it's him. If I'm honest, if I was a real betting man, I would say anyone else. If you went round to Tripod's house and you went, "Come on, let's have a look at this printer," it'll be something he's done. Little nuts and small balls. That's what they say, isn't that right? SPC 3D. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, I put some PTFE oil in the track. I put the rings together, and I'm just trying to stick each ball in. Then when I push it in, it kind of gets stuck, so I twist it, kind of rotate the whole mechanism, and then put the next one in.
You get an Allen wrench, and you put that in the hole. You can flick it round.
Okay.
So that's probably one of the better ways of doing it. And I've not lubricated my balls, but my Lazy Susan is here. And,
Okay.
I've got a bit of tape on it at the moment because I've run out of balls. But yeah, as you can see, it spins very nicely. So there you go.
And because it's tapered, it shouldn't pull apart once you get enough balls in there, right?
That's exactly right. I'll be careful about twisting my balls. Look at the post before this one. The other things with the VT mods to make these. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I've read a lot of mod stuff on these things. But again, it's funny though, because the other renders that I've got here are stock, other than the print beds, and they're bloody wonderful at the moment. They are really nice, printing really, really well. But yeah, we'll get on to tuning the balls at another point, I'm sure.
The Ender 3 V2 is the only Creality printer I've ever owned where that Z just drops by itself. The weight of the gantry just goes zoom all the way down by itself. I've never had another printer do that. And once I leveled it the first time, it was good. And then after a couple of days, I was printing a couple different things. I homed it. I went to level it, and I started the first print, and I was about 5 millimeters too high. It's like, what the hell is going on here? And then I come to find out that Brian Vine's done a video. He had a guy write him a G-code program where the power when you turn off the steppers, they don't have power, and you move your head around, you move the bed around. That Z is dropping down on you. You don't realize it's not staying there. So when you disable the steppers to level it, you don't realize it, but it drops down a little bit too much. So when you actually go to print, it's too high. When you run the code under power, then everything's under power. It probes the bed in 5 places 4 or 5 times, and then you're good to go. And then I put a anti-backlash nut on it, which should have fixed the problem, but I haven't done any prints on it since. But that should stop that Z from dropping.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Again, it is an interesting one, all those points, but it sounds to me like that's quite a major problem with all these printers, right?
And a few people have had bad screens on their printers where the screen would randomly go out, and they had to replace the screens. I've had good luck with mine so far.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw a message from Sebastian today, and he reckons that you can probably run the CL6 SE display on this printer. So I wouldn't mind having a look at that and seeing if that is actually a thing. So I've got a spare one. I've got one that I'm going to be putting on. Unfortunately, Carl sent me another screen, and unfortunately, I've been printing with the printer since. It hasn't stopped. It's just going and going and going, because I thought, we try what Tripod said, do a really long print. So I'm doing a 3-day print on there at the moment. It's printing parts out, PETG on the V-Core. So it's all big V-Core parts. So that's been printing merrily away for the last couple of days. Yeah, no issues at all. So he's got a Friday printer, baby. Right, who else have we got on here? R90, not S90. Do you prefer big or small balls? All right, Paul. Sorry, Pete. How you doing? Hope you're well. I actually put in some big balls and then realised they needed to be 5mm. So that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, when I got these 5mm in the mail, I thought they were too small, but they fit in there perfect.
That's cool. So what have you been doing today? Or what time is it there right now, Jerry?
1:30.
1:30.
In the afternoon. That'll be 13:30 to some people around the world.
Certainly will be. So the Z-Rod's going in now. Again, be interested to see what that anti-backlash actually does then. It sounds like it maybe does nothing. But we shall see. We shall see what happens. Now then, where's my hot end? Now, I thought this was supposed to be a Capricorn hot end.
No, it's just standard white PTFE tube.
Okay.
You can add Capricorn. I upgraded mine. The only thing I upgraded on the Ender 3V2 was the Capricorn tube and, what else was it? I put yellow springs in. I got rid of those stupid little chrome ones that are on that are lightweight, and I put the heavy-duty yellow ones on it.
Yep.
And then when you crank them down real tight, then they flatten out on each other and the bed don't move.
Oh, dear. You know what I haven't done? I haven't put on the hot end. So I've just got to whip that on. I don't really want to dismantle the hot end.
Just loosen up one wheel.
Yeah, I've tried that, but I tried the eccentric nut, but I'd rather just slip him on. And then I've just got to wire up a couple of bits on here anyway. So let's come up over the top. Slip that on the side. And there he is. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Well, that's moving quite nicely. Let's do that nut up in a minute. That's nice. Good. Let's turn that around a little bit. So what I think I'll do as well while I'm in the middle of this, I'm going to run this cable through. So why don't you use this printer that often then, Jerry? Is it just because it's sort of not useful for the prints you're doing, or? I
got so many printers.
Okay.
I mean, if it's the bigger droid stuff, I've been going to my CR10s. And, I mean, I can hook up the Ender 3V2, but the CR10s are already plugged in. They got pies on them. It's more convenient just to go to one of those or my Hypercubes.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
But, yeah, it's a great machine. Nothing wrong with it other than the Z-drops on it. And I've never had my screen go out or had any weird glitches. One person had a bad SD card, and it stopped mid-print, and he couldn't figure out why. It wound up being a bad SD card. So once he put another SD card in it, that solved the problem. It was just stopping. It's like, what's going on? Yeah,
on the Pro the other day, I did have to flash the firmware on it. It just went dead. Just conked out. Totally went dead, which was a bit worrying. But apparently that's something that happens on those from time to time, according to what I read. So I can only go with what I can read on the internet, I suppose. But it seems to be working. Again, these printers, a lot of these printers, it's funny because I run a UPS system in here as well. And the UPS is reading that on 100% UPS, it's running at 120% at the moment. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to use the bigger UPS, I think, to run all these printers. Because sooner or later it's gonna conk out. So power reduction and stuff like that. It's not good. It's not too good. So what are you up to today then, Jerry?
Just working on this droid project, basically.
Okay.
Just working on a droid project, putting different parts of it together. And I need to put some more stuff on my Etsy store and work on my audio again because evidently it's still screwed up for Friday.
That's a pain. That is a pain. Hello there, Altered Proxy. I hope you're well. Carl, thanks for that. The new firmware is a lot better for the screen, so I'll definitely check that out. And again, this is just an unboxing and setup. This isn't a review as such. I'm going to go through the review process and show some upgrades that I've done in a proper video rather than doing a stream. I just find it's a lot easier to just do these live, and if something happens and goes wrong, like it has done already with the bed, then so be it. But yeah, as I say, ultimately, it's looking so far like it's okay now that we got this broken wheel sorted out. The funny thing is, when any Cubic, they sort of went to the end of the earth to try and help me out the other day when their printer was faulty. But I know if I go back to Comgrow, they'd just be like, "Oh well, it's just a wheel," and it's like, "Well, hang on." You knew I was doing a live stream. My bloody link doesn't work properly. They're supposed to give these people money off, and you send me a dud.
Yeah, Carl, Saturday I rewatched that stream. I sounded like I had a bag over my head. My audio was terrible. So I tried to work through that. I kept going in StreamYard, and I can set to record instead of go live. And I kept recording myself and downloading it and playing it. And then I got my buttons to work where you could hear my sound. But then just now I tried to log in. I turned everything on, and now the buttons aren't working. So I don't know. I got to get it figured out.
Oh, Proxy, yes, I did. And thank you very much for that. I just insane. I haven't worn the hat around the house yet. But it's in the baby's bedroom ready for the arrival. So thank you very much for that. That was absolutely awesome. And I'm sorry that I haven't managed to sort of get back to you about that as of yet. It's just been
going to make it to May the 3rd?
Sorry?
Is she going to make it to May the 3rd?
May the 4th we're hoping for.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you. Yeah.
But we are, in the process of we've got a few problems. Nothing major, just the baby's coming up a bit small and stuff. So we've got an appointment on Friday to sort of look at what's going on and why baby's so more, all that kind of craziness. So we're just working through the motions at the moment to sort of find out what's going on. And once we get there, then we can make a decision on whether we're going to induce or not or whatever. So, it's all to play for at the moment. It's all to play for. Right, I am missing one thing at the moment. And I have definitely seen it in the box. There it is. And I'll whip that one out as well. Yeah, this is it's not a challenge to make this, but it's certainly slightly more complicated than the any Cubic is and was yesterday. That's just a couple of screws. This is all. That's all pre-assembled. This is. It's certainly more of a kit, and it's not. Once you've built this, it's. It almost becomes like second nature to you. You know what you're doing as soon as you've built one or two of these. Although that's not going on. Love it. I love it. That's dodgy. Okay.
Shadow Fang said you might want to check the plastic extruder arm because they're plastic, they break a lot. But
okay, what part is that?
Where you put the filament in the extruder arm, where the gear is, right there by your hand. But usually they're okay stock until they break eventually.
Yeah, I'll swap that out for a metal one anyway, I think. My favorite is not Bowden. I actually hate Bowden tubes. I'm not a fan of them at all. Not one little piece of me likes the bloody Bowden setup. I just think it's crap. But the Ender stock has sort of taught me a few things, which is, actually it doesn't have to be anything special to get a really good print out of it. So a lot of it's going to be down to tuning.
Tripod says I'm sitting here in a trance.
Is he?
Yeah. Here, I'll make faces.
Oh, I see. not tripod sitting there in a trance. He might have had a stroke or something. You've got to be very careful. Bless him. So you were live last night, were you, Jerry?
What's that?
Were you live last night?
Was it last night? I thought it was the night before. I don't remember. Yeah, yesterday. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before I went live for a little bit.
Okay.
It was real late. Yeah, I think it was the night before. I was sitting out. Yeah, I was working on the tracks. It was the night before, I believe.
And how are they going?
Huh?
How are they going?
Oh, the tracks are ready to go. Yeah, they're all put together. All the pins are in. I got my desk here in front of me. It's plywood where I'm sitting at. There's like a million little holes in this from where I was pressing them down.
Yeah, I did. Did you print them all at once? Did you, or one at a time?
Did I what?
Did you print them all at once or one at a time?
Oh, yeah. I done 5 on a test print, and they came out fine. And I loaded up the Hypercube bed with the other 55. And they all printed out, but 5 failed in the back row. So then I printed 5, the remaining 5 on my FL Sun Delta.
Fair. Yeah, that is really good, that printer, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice.
It's absolutely insane. When I was messing around with that's what printed all my tracks. Actually, I just did it on the FL Sun, and I noticed they're going hard at it now with the SR on the guys at FL Sun. They're really pushing the promotion on that at the moment.
I had a tiny bit of stringing here and there on the track, so I laid them all down. I took my blowtorch I took out of the garage, the blue propane torches, and I ran it across them and got rid of all the hairs on them. Worked really good.
Yeah, I printed them one at a time, which was arduous, as you can imagine.
One at a time.
One at a time.
Why?
Because with my prints, I like to have them without any deviation. So what happens when the nozzle, obviously this is about retraction. So when the nozzle lifts off or Z-hops or moves away, you get that little, almost like a little tear, right? You don't always get it, but with retraction you do. Sometimes you do. And I notice it with that. So I just print them one at a time. It's easy. It's easy for me. Shadow Thang is looking for a resin printer right now. Maybe an LEG 2 Pro. What would you say is a good cheap start? I tell you what, you're talking to the man right now, because he is the main man about resin printers right now.
Yeah, I've only got 3. I don't have a lot of the little ones, but if I was to buy another smaller resin printer right now, I'd get an Anycubic Mini 4K is what I would buy.
Right.
For the small one, because I've heard nothing but good things about them. I don't own it. I have an original Mars, and I got 2 mid-sized printers, a Photon Mighty 4K and the Anycubic Photon Mono X. But for the smaller printer, I would say from everything that I've read, the best quality, best bang for your buck would be the one I just mentioned that I forgot about already.
The LEG.
Yeah, not the LEG. Frozen Mini 4K. Yeah.
Right. Who's doing? Sorry, someone's doing a hot end change. Shadow Fang, do you want to jump on and show us doing that? Because I wouldn't mind just seeing you burning your hands. If you do want to jump on, I'll let you. Let me just ping the links out again. I do want to see that, and you know what? If you want to share it on here, I would love to see you hurt yourself for charity.
So this is something to do with YouTube. I looked for it and I can't find the setting. I know that James had mentioned it, but there's a setting where you can just click it one time, and then whenever you do a video post, it automatically throws down your like count on the bottom. But I couldn't find the setting.
No, I did look again, but I was 2 minutes away, and I was like, "Oh, damn!"
Yeah. You don't have to do it every time. You just do it once, and then it takes care of all your videos forever.
You're getting told off again for vaping.
Gary, stop vaping. Yeah, it's affecting my brain, killing brain cells.
Okay, well, that's looking pretty nice so far. So good. So we're going to just whip the top on. Who can tell me what this thing does?
Oh, that goes on top of your extruder so you can watch it go round and round.
Okie dokie.
You want to feed filament, you stick it on there and you can turn it and feed the filament without shoving it in with your hand.
Just like that. Just like that.
You could print a little R2-D2 head on it and sit there and let it spin around. And one of your little, you threw away your birds or pigeons or whatever it was you threw across the room at the beginning of the stream. You can set one of those up there and let it turn around.
I've got the owls. Yeah, the owls.
The owls.
Yeah. Corner there. It's yeah. I maybe will stick something on there. I might try and get a 3D render of Tripod with his mullet, and put one of those on there and time lapse that over and over and over again. Feeds faster by hand. Oh, the extra knob. Absolutely nothing. Vaporwave Jerry. Yeah, so there's the QQS Pro and the Q5. The Q5 is pretty much what we've all got. And the SR is a new printer that they've got coming out, which is supposed to be the very best of the best of the best. But and they were doing they had 3 printers set up today, and they were doing a live stream. And they were trying to demonstrate how quick the printer is on the same print, but across 3 printers, which was kind of interesting. But they have this thing where they can't zoom in, and it's on a mobile phone, I think, most of the time. The production isn't great. It's a bit like my streams, where I'm cutting my head off and stuff. So, when you're demonstrating stuff like that, you really need to sort of get a good close look at what's going on. But we're nearly there. We're a couple of screws away from the switch on. And I hope to God that it's going to switch on. So we just whip these 2 in. I've got to whip the screen on. I've just got to put a couple of motor connectors on, and we're not far off finishing this one. And I might do the Pro. I might do the Pro on Friday. The extruder, I like the extruder. There's actually the Ender 6 is piss slow. Oh, you're not here just for the Pro, are you? You know, I've already done a Pro one as well, right? What time are we at? I might have enough time. Let's get this sucker on. Let's give it a little tickle. Like a Jedi. Here we go. Right, let's whiz him round. What do we say on here? Extruder. Okay. What have we got here? We've got an E. He's going to plug into here. Man, that's close to that. We've got an E. We've got an X, which is going to be here. Go on, Jerry. What are you going to say?
That's got a nice little drawer in the front of it there. We can put all your tools and goodies.
Well, that's what I'll do. Although I will say the CR6, the tools are still in there, and I've never used any of them. So only for that. And what I like to try and do is if I'm doing something like this, new printer that's come out or whatever, I do like to use the tools that come with it. I think it reflects quite well on how this all kind of goes together. That's quite a cool little screen. Okay, right. Let's switch over to camera 1 then. Here we go, and you can see that. Okay, that's cool. Right, let's see if we can just put this on. This just goes on the side, right?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, if you mount the screen to the bracket, then you can just hook it on. If I remember correctly, but
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that just plugs in. Real simple.
What I'll do is put that on. Is that working?
And all printers, other than needing filament runout sensors, and of course having filament runout have a thermal runaway be turned on, they need baby stepping, which a lot of firmware doesn't have it included, but everything needs baby stepping so you can adjust your first layer.
Yeah, it's I found that with obviously I don't think the CR6 had baby stepping when it first came out with the firmware. Obviously, the Sebastian stuff allows that now to happen. I was just trying to do my picture-in-picture, but for some reason it's not working.
Tim with TH3D, when he put his firmware on that Ender 3 V2, he had to switch out the screen and go back to a conventional screen because he couldn't get it to work with that digital one, that little touch screen they got.
Oh, really?
That way he can enable baby stepping and a lot of its features.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look at what the upgrade is then in that case. we'll have some fun with it, I'm sure. Is there a better way to mount this, or is this the best way?
That's just where it goes.
Okay.
It's at a diagonal, forward.
Is James still on here? I hate to think what he's doing. Off air at the moment.
He's probably still at work. I don't know.
Could be. So we've got 3 screws in the bottom of this. Just going to give those a little tighten up.
Let me take a look at mine real quick.
Oh. Yeah, how did it go all, Proxy? We want to know what's on. Metal wire sticking out. Mine,
Yeah. Once you get the bracket mounted, the screen just pops in. You stick it on there and it clicks in place.
That's cool. Right, nearly there. Here we go. Bonk. Just like that, look. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an ender printer here. It's the V2. There we go. And what I will do very quickly is I'll do the famous tripod screen cover pulling off. Here we go.
Here's your money shot.
I've been really trying, baby. Woo! There we go. Right. Let's plug him in. So do you know what power supply they've got on this? Because it seemed to be a long one that is possibly not a Meanwell. It might be a Meanwell.
Don't remember.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out. Oh. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
You can make yourself big if you want. We can see it.
Let's do that. Pink. Let's do that then. Okay. See if I can get a bit more light on the subject. Move it up a little bit. There we go. So let's do a few. Start off by doing a few checks. Hot chocolate plays in the background. Oh, I quite like the screen actually. That's quite sweet, that little thing. But it's not touchscreen, right?
No. And you have to look at it dead on to see each button light up. If you look at it at an angle, you can't see it. When you turn the knob, it'll highlight each one of those 4 buttons. But if you look at it from an angle, you can't read it.
Oh, it seems to be all right on mine. Oh, that really sucks. That's not got. Okay, let's have a quick look. Right, let's have some movement then. Let's see if we can. Motion. Max corner. What are these? Max speed. Back. Temperature. Reconfiguration. Reset configuration. Prepare. Let's try that. Move. Move X. Move Y. Move Z. Okay, so he's on dead 0 at the moment. Let's see where we are at. Let's see if we can home this sucker. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Cool. Okay. Right. Let's just do a quick bed level then. Let's disable the steppers. Moving round. Okay, we can't disable the steppers by pressing the button. There we go. There we are. We're off. Okay, so I'm just going to move this bed up a little bit. And I'm going to have to move the... That's a shame. I'm going to have to move that pot down a little bit. Let's just quickly do that then. Oh. Moving down a tiny bit more. Okay, let's home him again. Let's see what happens. It's annoying it's not a touchscreen. That is kind of annoying. Yeah, I think we're going to need to roll him down a tiny bit more than that. Unfortunately, see if we can get down to here. Try that one.
With DeWitt Marlin firmware. Victor, you mean TH3D firmware?
That's too much. Yeah, pull this bed right down. I have to pull him up a little bit. Okay, let's do a reset on that. It's annoying this switch is at the back as well. I'd like to see DeWitt's firmware. It'd probably be on the floor with his droid. Right, let's try that again then. Do a little reset on it. Do you use did you say you use the springs or different springs on this?
I originally used the silver ones, and I changed them out for the stiffer yellow ones.
Okay. I'll just home this again.
And the way you're doing it only worked for me once, and I've done a lot of people that had trouble with their prints not getting the first layer to stick, and they re-leveled. That's because that had the Z drops when you're trying to re-level it. That's why I ran the G code file that I sent to you on Facebook.
Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so I'm seeing what you guys are saying about the leveling and also the screws on the bed. So see if we can manipulate that around a little bit. Let's give that a bit of a tighten as well.
Yeah, tripod. I've got a solid bed mounts on my other printers that I have TH3D's ABL on. But the yellow springs, you can do that too. If you just crank them down all the way rock tight, they won't move.
So I'm just adjusting the Z rod a little bit. Just tighten him up. I felt there was a bit of movement in there then. Let's make sure we've got no movement this time. Here we go. Just tighten him back up again. Yeah, I do see that there, again, you guys might not be able to see this, but there is a bit of movement in here. But it's certainly not dropping off the line.
You have to tighten up your eccentric knuck over on the extruder side a little bit, and kind of play with it to get it right, get rid of all that wobble, that sag.
Okay. We have a winner. That's better. I think that's better.
Just like when I snug up the bed, I snug them up tight enough, but I can still grab the wheel, hold the bed still, and still make it turn with my hands so it still slips. Okay.
Let's put this up a tiny bit more. Sorry, guys, if my massive head is blocking everything. I'll move this up a tiny bit more. Just so we've got enough there to take it off. Okay, there we go. This is to show how not to set up a 3D printer, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying yourselves again. Come on, you bugger.
Yeah, Carl Fenton says there's been an issue with the 442 silent board on the Ender 3V2 also.
Thanks, Carl. That's that's install some confidence in this.
Yeah, I haven't had a trouble yet, but I don't print with that printer that often.
All right, then, let's reboot it and see where we go. Okay, prepare. Morph. Right. Put her home. Let's have another quick look. Man, that really sucks. He's not quite going where I need him to go. Let's adjust him back up again. I wish I could find those springs right now because I'm about 4 mil off at the moment. Come up a bit more. See what happens. Come on. About there, I reckon.
Victor, pack what up and take what? My under 3 V2?
Has your Prusa arrived yet?
No, that's probably still 2 months away. Yeah, save $50 and wait 16 weeks, pay $50 more and get it in 4 weeks. So I figured, you know what? That extra $50, I can order a roll of Prusa cement. So I got a roll of their filament coming. There is no other videos I've seen on YouTube where somebody builds it from a kit where everything's in pieces. What's his name is getting his before mine. Oh God, I don't know why I'm having a brain fart on names today.
Michael Bedelli?
No. He streams Shane, not Shane. Shane, Fugatech 3D Printing. He got donations and ordered his about a month before me. So Shane will be getting his before I get mine. And they'll be doing a kit on one of his live streams. Because Shane does all live streams also.
Okay.
And I've never done a printer build on a live stream yet.
We've got some good. This is leveling quite nicely at the moment. So I'm quite happy with that. Again, I tend to do these by eye. So, everyone's might use a piece of card or they might, jam their finger in there or whatever. Take the bed off and check to see if the screws. Yeah, I've done that. And I got a little bit of movement on the bottom left-hand corner exactly what you were going to say there. So I'm already on that one. So we are with there. Now, let's set up a print. Before I do that, I need some crappy filament. We've got bags of that. So there we go. Brilliant.
CC Trees to supply all of Creality's filament, which prints fine. It's just those sample packs are so darn little, they should at least have a quarter spool minimum. Have the little plastic spools.
Yes. Oh, hello. Oh, that's interesting. Now what I've got is I can't auto home because the bed is now too close and not able to home all the way back now. So that might be down to the fact
it's hitting that motor. You got it cranked too low and it's hitting the back of your Z motor in the back. Your Y motor. Yeah,
sure. Okay. Okay, let's go.
I forgot that happened to me when I first cranked it down. It wouldn't go back far enough.
That sucks. Okay, let's whip him up a little bit then. So we're just going to whip my leveling setter out now. But we'll combat that anyway. Okay, let's try home again. Have to do a reboot on that.
Well, Shadow Fang was talking about if you undo that clip in the front and back, you can remove that glass bed and you can see the top of your screws and see if they're spinning on you just by unclipping it.
I could feel this one. I could feel this one at the front doing that. Okay. Oh my God! Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Just while I'm. He's got a cheeky smile, ladies and gentlemen. You know his name. Here we go.
La 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 la, it's the mother trucker, Johnny Baby T.
Tripod mother trucker. You don't want to be too rude. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on, peeps?
He's in SD. He's in slow mode.
He's on his phone or something because he's all blurry and not moving. There.
I don't know what's going on there.
Is that not working out well?
You're frozen.
He's got a working elbow. That's what I heard.
Now you moved a little bit. Now you're looking at your computer or something. Frozen. Oops. Now he's off.
Any second he'll be singing "Let It Go." No, he's disappeared completely now. Ah, I would say the last printer that I came with a full kilo, but that was the best thing about the printer. What printer was that? We should all buy it. That was possibly the best part of Tripod coming on my channel tonight. The power's gone again. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, I was without power for like 8 hours one time, and it sucks. Can't watch TV, can't get on the internet. You're worried about stuff in the fridge. And if it's during the summertime, then it gets hot.
Yeah, can't remember the last time I actually had a power cut here. Long time ago, it would have been. Long time ago. Okay, so let's power this sucker back up again. And let's whip this one on. What's this? It looks like Cole Pilkington when he froze. He won't know who Cole Pilkington is. I bet he's got really mad and he smashed something. I hate these spools of filament. They're just crap. Not good. Right, where are we? Here we are. Tell you what, that Bowden tube is very, very close to the to that rod, isn't it?
Heard Tripod bleeping back in.
All right. No, he's gone. No, he's there. He's there. He's looking really curious at the moment, like he's been a naughty boy, and he's just got home from school and he's had a detention today, and the teacher's hit him with a ruler and told him off. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here he is once again. Oh, he's disappeared.
La, 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 la. It's the mother trucker, Johnny Baby T.
No, he's disappeared again. He must have had another. He must have had another power cut. Okay, so let's prepare this print now, rather than all this hijinks. We're set it to PLA. Let's get this show on the road, especially if we're going to be doing more than one printer build tonight.
Well, for Friday, Tripod's going to have to go to a motel and have internet if he doesn't have his power running. Just load up all your stuff and go to the closest hotel.
Exactly. And, you know, I've been there before, or I've taken a printer to a hotel room, just me and the printer all night long.
Yeah, Luke Hatfield does it all the time. He's on the road all the time.
Oh, really? How sassy. How sassy. Right. So I'm gonna come back to the leveling at another point, because I'm already, as soon as I find those springs that I know is around here somewhere, I'm going to re-level that. So I'm going to do a quick hop with that. Let's pop these bits and pieces over here and out of the way. So we're just heating the bed up now. By the looks of it, it looks all right. It looks like a good little printer. I'm quite happy with it. We are now able to home. That looks good. So that's just home everything then. Move. Auto home. I'm still not quite liking that. Okay, he's in there now.
Don't you keep all your spare parts in those little drawers where you just pull them out and grab your yellow springs?
No. I should do, though. I should do. Let's just lift him up a little bit more. Okay. Let's just get that set up. Well, that's Tripod coming back in then.
No, that's my cell phone making noise. I got to move it away from.
You've moved away from Bruno Mars then?
No, that's just a notification noise. I still got him on there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, then, guys. While that's cooking away nicely at the moment, shall I go ahead and unbox the other one? What's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen?
You run out of room to unbox it since that one's sitting on your only table?
Exactly right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one over here. Let's go back. Let's go. That heated up pretty quick. So there's a dog here, which is a 2-hour dog. Let's move him over here. And when this starts going, I'm just going to have to knock the Z rod real quick, just to make sure that that's heading in the right direction, which it's not.
That's exactly like an Ender 3 V2, other than you can tighten your belts with the little knobs. It comes with a little drawer. It has a different screen, and the hot end, the cover looks different, but it's basically an Ender 3 V2, Ender 3 Pro.
I've got some movement on this bed. That's a bit weird. Not on the bed, on the sleeve screw. Okay. Good goes, good goes. Yeah, we're looking all right. We're looking okay. All right, that's good. Right then, moving swiftly on to the moment you've all been waiting for, especially Carl, shifting just for this printer. Okay, we're just getting ready to print now. Move this thing out of the way here. Just going to do it also home. And we're going to just lift him up a tiny bit. So you see where he's going. Like that. Look at that thing. Don't try this at home, kids. There we go. We are now printing. Let's see if we can whip that up. You can see that going ahead over there. Right, while that's happening, while that's all going along, although I'm sure we're not going to be doing a super long stream or anything tonight, I will get this built, and maybe I'll continue with it on Friday. But this is the Pro, and of course I've already got one of these already in the racking already. Rebooted the router. Let's see if this works. Okay, or maybe we'll see tripod shortly. So this is very much a return, and you can pretty much see that from the state of the box, because it's a bag. It's a real bag. James has now sent me a picture. I hope it's not a nude. Progress of the Giant. Oh yeah, no, it's not a nude.
Link is gone. Tripod needs another link.
Needs a link. Okay, give me a second. Let's grab that for him. Anybody else that wants to jump in, you're more than welcome. We can all talk it through. It's like a mental health chat.
If you get tired of me, just say something. I'll pop out.
Not a problem, dude. No, you're all right. Okay, right. So let's start by unboxing the next one.
Or you could be like Tripod and just say, Jerry, don't drop in. Let's let somebody else. You can do that too.
Oh, you too. Wow.
Yeah.
So the good news about this printer, ladies and gentlemen, is that there is a sticker in here that says it's okay. So I can only assume that it is going to be okay. So we'll start by getting rid of this awful bed. Get rid of that straight away. Now, they were supposed to put a glass bed in here for me, but I don't see it at the moment.
There it is.
Uh-oh. Well, he's in a... Here we go. Hang on a minute. Here we go again.
La 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 la, it's the mother trucker, Johnny Baby T.
Tripod Mother Trucker. 1, 2, 3. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It is the man they call
Tripod.
a tripod.
Okay, you're working now.
No, you're still frozen. We can hear you though.
Great.
It's okay as long as you move every so often. Your head moves. It's all right.
Yeah.
At the moment.
So power went out at 1:15, a brownout, and then you just hear everything just die, and you're a cop outside. Like there was a transformer that blew up, and then again, and dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I have too much equipment in here right now because a lot of my stuff is just not even connecting anymore.
Your audio is pretty awful, actually, Tripod, to be fair, mate.
No, I get it. Let me try something.
Your surge protector should protect you, but if a transformer blows down the street from you or something, years ago it would take out all your electronics, but nowadays with the invention of surge protectors, that shouldn't happen.
Okay.
Hello, Gregory.
Hey! That wasn't supposed to fall out. There we go. Right. There he is. So again, this doesn't look that used. There's stuff that's open in the box and stuff, but to be honest, it looks kind of okay from what I can see so far. It's got some weird French tape on it on the inside as well. It's obviously a return, but let's see if everything lines up and if it's straight. There's no beds that they suggested they would give me in this box, so we're going to mark them down for that. But luckily enough for me, I knew they wouldn't do it, so I bought my own bed because, you know, you got to preempt this stuff. I do want to be using these printers after all, so there we go. I'm going to have a quick drink. Bear with me. Diet Coke break. What a delight. Anyway, let's move on. Here we have the Pro. And we know it's a Pro because there are one or two subtle differences, of course. The subtle differences are the power supply. I think the board is very slightly different. And what I don't like about this power supply is that on the bottom of it, there is a ruddy grey hole that you can stick your fingers in, which isn't something that I don't think that's particularly safe. You can touch the switches and little fingers and all that kind of stuff. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. So I will be printing a replacement for that.
They used to have trouble with the JST connectors on the power supplies. Sometimes they were crimped and not soldered, and they had to be replaced. They were getting hot on people. I've had no trouble with mine, but a lot of people did with those connectors. Or T60s, I think they're called.
XT60s. Yeah. Yeah, we had that on the Wanhao. That's always what used to go on them. Just a poor design, really poor design. So there you go. Right, so here we are. We've got some stuff, we got some bits, we got some pieces, we got a bag of tools, basically the same setup with a slightly different monitor. Usual tools, all the usual gumph that comes with it. And of course, this is the one that you want, which is the one with the two holes that basically goes to the
power supply.
Right hand side, is it? On the index.
Yeah. Yes, right hand side. Oh.
Yeah, but does it point in or out?
You'll have to hold the power supply up and look at it, because I have put them on backwards before.
So we're going to go on like that. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put the power supply on first, save messing around too much later. Here they are, the two silver screws. No, that's the limit switch, that one, I think. This one here. Tripod's disappeared again.
Yeah, they're on the inside. I'm looking at another ender here.
Okey-dokey.
I know one time I put it on upside down where the holes were at the top.
Yeah, I did. The one I was working on the other day, I did it about 5 times. I was like, oh my God, why can't I get this thing screwed in? It was driving me insane. Really insane. But we got there in the end. Okay, it's not those ones. Where are all the longer screws? Yeah. This one. Not that one.
Yeah, non-stick down is this way and up is that way.
Yeah. I'm just looking for the longer screws, which...
All right, Tripod still will be back. He's rebooting his modem.
Well, hopefully I can get this done before he comes back then. Only joking. Only joking. Okay, so...
Yeah, it'll probably take him 10 minutes. Depending on what kind of modem he has.
Okay, let's put this together then. Okay, so again, very similar to the last one. In fact, it's pretty much the same. You know, it can't be a difficult upgrade. It's just a plastic shroud and a couple of fancy bits on it, isn't it?
Yes. And the drawer.
And the drawer. We can't forget the drawer.
Yeah. And the screen is not really a plus. It looks good, but it you know, depending on what you do with firmware, the screen would have to go. But
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's not even on the CR6. You know, these are all kind of nice to have things, but they're not. You know, to be honest, you just want the printers to print and work.
Yeah. And some people on the color screens, they go, wow, I can play Asteroids or I can do this. Why would you want to do that on your printer? Why would you play games? You're taking a chance on screwing something else up, and there goes your print. Just leave it alone and go watch TV.
Yeah.
Or go play on your in the living room or something on Xbox.
Well, the BX will apparently play movies, but I can't imagine wanting to sit there listening to the printer wiring away in the background while I watched, you know, I don't know, some weird film. It doesn't make sense really, but again, it's a lot of this is because they can, and you know, it's like anything. So I always think this is a bit like modified cars. This hobby, people always just want the bigger and better thing, and you know, at the end of it all, nobody's really any better off than the 3D printers that they got in the first place. Especially with these upgrades and stuff, it's, you know, there are a lot of pointless things to put on a printer. But again, you know, I suppose if you're looking for social currency, hey, look what my printer can do. I can play Asteroids on it.
Yeah, I built a retro Pi cabinet. It's got a Pi 3 in it, and I got Asteroid, Space Invaders, and all that on that.
Yeah.
I think I reposted a picture from a year ago the other day. Well, I think it was a year or two ago I made it.
Yeah.
I rarely use it, but, you know, it's one of those things. I enjoy making things or buying things, and then when you have it, it's like, well, that was a waste of money. It's better to want than have, but that's my opinion. Most things in life, it's better to want than have, because once you have it, then you don't want it, then you want something different.
Yep.
I think that's why rich people are so bored. They have so much money, they can do whatever they want, and nothing makes them happy. For more than 5 minutes, I guess.
Definitely right. That's definitely right. Okay, so I'm just tightening up the screws on this printer because a lot of them are loose, which is never good. And obviously, we don't want a loose printer wobbling around everywhere because otherwise it just causes loads of problems down the line. So again, just making sure that it's level, straight, and everything is done up to a reasonable level. So there we go. Ding, just like that. I'm going to put the power supply on in a minute, possibly when I find the screws for it. I don't know if it's those. They look a bit long. I did have this a couple of times before that they didn't actually send me the correct screws for it. But these ones might just be okay. Possibly not. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Let's get some tools out, shall we? So again, if you want to do me a favour and hit that Comgrow link, if you fancy having a quick look at what's going on. Okay. Might have to swizz that wrong round. It's not allowing me to go in with it.
Yeah, Comgrow is a Creality reseller.
That's correct. Yeah.
So that's who you go through if you want to buy anything. So I've done a video for him a while back, and I had to ask him in chat what exactly is Comgrow, and that's what she explained to me.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they seem to be doing okay, but you know, they were telling me they're trying to diversify away from doing so much, you know, Creality stuff. Which, you know, kind of makes sense, I suppose, if that's their business model.
Well, I'm doing good. I got 2 out of 3 bags of balls in the Eat Lazy Susan now.
That is good, dude. That is very, very good.
So now I got to go back on Amazon, see how many balls were in a pack, and then look at Mr. Bedelli's file to see how many I'm supposed to put in.
Yeah, I went for 1 pack, and then I've run out. So, more for me. More for me. So this isn't working. So I'm going to try and get a different screw from my screw pile, which is down here. Bear with me.
Uh-oh. At least 1 or 2 to spell out.
The worst thing is if you drop those all over the floor.
I just dropped a couple somewhere. But it's not bright enough for me to see where they're at. I only got the 1 light on me right now. Yeah, I'm playing with my lighting, trying to get my lighting right. So right now I've got a box light on, but I have most cardboard around most of it to block out the light. I'm trying to get I'm usually too bright. I always go back and rewatch my streams like, damn, I'm too bright in the streams. But it could be my forehead, like tripod bouncing the light off my forehead.
Yeah, these screws aren't quite going in. Let me see if there's there's a tolerance on the other side. That'd be why then. Right, let's just swizz that round very quickly then. There is a slight tolerance on that side, so we're just going to swap that sucker around. And the V2 seems to be going really well. And this is a printer, I believe, that you can also then upgrade with a BL Touch from stock, right? Did you do that upgrade, Jerry?
What's that?
Did you do the BL Touch upgrade on that
Ender 3 V2? No, I haven't.
Okay.
The only machine I have that has a BL Touch on it is a CR10 Max that currently has a down motherboard in it. Control board's bad in it. All my other machines that I have sensors, I got TH3D easy ABLs on most of my other machines.
Right.
But when it comes right down to it, as long as you have a flex sheet and you're not real rough with your bed when you take off the print, you rarely have to re-level anyway. So
exactly.
Most of the time, you don't even need it.
The BQBX thing drives me insane because it wants to level every time before you do a print. So the Ender, I did a print earlier, and the Ender, one of the Ender printers had, got well underway on doing the print by the time this one was farting around trying to level itself. Majorly frustrating. Majorly frustrating. I swear the holes is the one next to
that upright brace by your hand, is that on the right side? Power supply does go on the right of the printer when you're looking at it from the front.
Which is this is the right side, isn't it?
No, that's the left side. That's the left side. Where's the front of the printer? Yeah, you're looking at the front of the printer. You're holding it. No, you got your right hand holding the brace where the two holes where the power supply goes. The
power supply lead is here, though.
The power supply. Why would that be backwards? Did they change something?
Unless it pulls across, it seems weird that it could pull across, I suppose.
I mean, I have a lot of Ender 3 Pros, and they're always on the right side when you look at the front of the printer.
I'll swap them around. It's not a problem.
Unless they've done something different with the newer generation. I can't imagine they changed it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but they're always on the right. And like I said, unless they change something.
The loser gets to be happy. What's this? I have issues with shiny heads too. He's doing it backwards. Oh my God.
I've got 6 of them laying here, and they're all on the right side. But I've had them for a while.
You've got 6 of them. How many printers have you got there, Jerry? Oh boy, he's counting now.
10 FDM, one's in a box for parts, 3 resin, a CNC in the garage that needs firmware, and a laser.
Wow.
And if any companies send me out anything to review, I'd be more than happy to do a review on something that I currently don't own. And I would love to have a CR30, but that'll probably never happen.
Yeah. What's the appeal with the CR30 to you?
What's that?
What's the appeal?
You can put swords with it and stuff, or, I don't know, mass produce something if you're a business. It doesn't really have a lot of purposes for me. Unless you want to print something real long. I just do a bunch of videos on it and print some really long swords or something. But would I use it constantly? Probably not.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. So we're going on the inside. We're going on the inside, not the outside, right?
Yeah, they go on the inside. The hole's on the right side, and then they're on the inside towards the bed.
Okie dokie. Well spotted, everybody. Well spotted.
Yeah, I wasn't paying close attention. I'm playing with my balls in my ring here, but I thought when you tipped it up that I'd seen the holes on the wrong side. I just thought
It totally makes sense. It totally makes sense. All right, then. Here we go. Tripod's router is taking a seriously long time. What's this? It's clearing the instructions. Yeah, all right, you lot. Good God. I'm not tripod, you know. At least my printers work. Even the ones that don't work that well work. Here we go. Right then, we're cooking with gas now, apparently. Okie dokie. Here we go. Who's excited?
Hey, Matt German, how you doing?
Matt's back. I can do big leaf. Balls and rings. Is that in a pile of the CR6? Yeah, he's going to get buried with that. Sam's likely to get his eyes pee and dump during the event. I tell you what, that guy doesn't have a lot of luck. I feel for him, though. I do feel for him. Feel enormous amusement. No, I'm joking, of course. I'm joking. So then, here we go. Right, we're a little bit further down the line this time. Right then. Anyone else want to critique anything before I carry on? Are we okay? No, I think we're good. Okay, we've got another end of screen. We plug that into EXP3, of course, because that makes sense. But that's what we're going to plug it into. Just like that. We're going to try and let's get rid of some stuff here that's kind of in the way. Let's get rid of that. Put it here. Yeah, what colour are those? Oh, silver. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's move him. Let's move him.
How's your other print coming along there?
It's coming along well. So basically, I'm doing another couple of those little R2s because I've got a few ideas I wanted to run past with some people. So I decided to print another 2 sets of legs, and I'm probably going to build another 2. So the ones that the R2s that or the R2 or the R2s that I built that ended up in the film. I felt like maybe it was time to maybe print out and make a couple of those. So I printed the domes out already for those. And then we get to the painting and stuff a little bit later on down the line. But yeah, I think they make kind of awesome presents for people as well. So, you know, I just kind of wanted to have some available to me. To
be controlled by a cell phone, right?
That's correct, yeah. I'm working on a Wi-Fi controller for it at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for some stuff to turn up. And, you know, that'll just cut down overall on the cost because if you don't need to buy, you know, I think the module's like 15 quid. And if you don't need to buy a full controller, although I did manage to buy 2 controllers today for $20 each.
Oh, cool.
And there's 6 channels. So we will see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy.
Where you're at in the UK, are you in a big city or a small town or?
Yeah, so I'm 30 miles out of London.
Okay.
I'm actually pretty close, more like maybe 15 miles actually now. I lived in a place called Reading before, near Reading before, and now I live in Surrey, dear. So which is a little bit closer to London. I'm on what they call the M3, which is just off the M25, which I think the UK is pretty notorious for the M25 and the huge motorway that we got here. Most people know that motorway.
Nonstick says north or south.
Sorry?
Nonstick says north or south. I'm not sure if he's talking to you.
Of London, South London. Yeah, south of London.
Carl says posh part of the world.
It's expensive, that's for sure. You don't want my mortgage, put it that way. Okay, so we're just screwing in the bolts again now. Feels like Groundhog Day here at this precise moment in time. Obviously, these are the same. So, hang on. Might be doing this wrong as well now. You've thrown me now. He's on here. He's on there. On the outside. Yes, yes, yes. That's good. Right, okay, here we go. It's been a very long day, guys. Very long day. Got rid of mine. Why would I want your payment? No, exactly right. Exactly right. So I think we got high council tax rates around here. They basically pay for the bins to be emptied and the police and all that kind of stuff. It's £331 a month just in that bill. That one bill is over £300. It's just insanity.
Carl Fenton says he's on the other side of M25 from you, and he's born in Kent.
Okay, yeah, okay. My dog came from Kent up near Sittingbourne, so that's where she was bred. So
The only Kent I've ever heard of, first name was Clark.
Nice. Yeah, M25 is although it hasn't been a massive car park up until very recently because obviously with lockdown and stuff. Man, that's Ben. That is Ben. Okay. So again, this is going to be part of the problems that if you do buy a refurbished printer or if you have made a purchase already this evening, you might get some parts that are slightly bent out of orientation. And for some reason, that didn't look too good. So I'm just going to have another just going to take this off. So I don't know if you can see here, but I've got this bit. You probably can't. Here we go. Let me put this up here. See that slightly out, just in here. So it's slightly sitting proud at the moment. Again, it's all right putting the things around the wrong way, but if you start putting on items that are bent out of shape and don't fit, you're going to be in a whole world of hurt with that. So let's just move that around a second. All right, pop this around here. Right here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's like the wonky veg at Asda.
Oh,
Have your balls dropped?
yeah, I just spun it and I had the hole on the thing on the top and they popped out like popcorn.
Well, the V2 is still going strong at the moment, guys. It seems to be working very nicely. Can't be bad. Right, so I've just sorted that out. So have a quick look at that now. That is, that's on there nice and strong now. So let's pop this little bugger in as well. Here we go. Just like that. So you're definitely all ready for Friday then, Jerry?
Yes, sir. Ready to go. We can start today if you want.
I noticed that on the stream there seemed to be two variants of the stream. On my YouTube channel, there seemed to be two.
I deleted the first one.
Oh, okay, right.
Because he accidentally hit the button twice, or he didn't think one posted, so he reposted. So I deleted the first, added all my junk to the second one, and shared out the second one.
Right, okay. I'll have another look later then, or tomorrow.
Because I think if you delete the wrong one, you won't be able to go live Friday because you deleted the wrong one. But Tim said he deleted the first one also.
Okay. All right, we'll have a look then. Right, so that's the extruder built now. Sorry, that's not the extruder built. That's the feeder.
There we go.
Oh, Bruno Mars is back in the house, baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I could put Michael Jackson Thriller on there or something, but or play Lady Gaga.
Who was calling you?
Crank calls. It rings a couple times and it hangs up. There's nobody there. And if there is somebody there, then they try to sell you insurance on your vehicle that you don't even own. It's always something. Warranty crank calls. Yeah, Carl. Feel sorry for you, Carl. I've never been in that situation with anybody.
Yeah, man, that's not a good look. That is not a good look.
I think my son's got that problem though, but his dad never has.
Right, let's do undoing this little screw then. See where we get to. Get this little jobby out. Here we go.
You need to grab a drink real quick.
Yeah, no problem, Jerry. I say, guys, if anybody else wants to drop in and they haven't got a dodgy internet connection, hey, Marissa, hope you're well. We are on printer number 2. That's the 3rd of this week. At the moment, this is it's for Comgrow. They're doing a sale this week on refurbished printers. It's supposed to be a code, which at the end of your checkout, if you put in SAM, S-A-M, it's supposed to give you a discount. However, I did try it tonight, and it don't work. It don't work. So I shall certainly take that up with them tomorrow, along with the issues with broken wheels and whatever else, and the bed that they didn't send me, that they said they would.
Hello, Marissa.
Tight in here. Move him out.
Yeah, Marissa, I meant that comment yesterday in a good way. You reminded me of the actress when I seen you on screen. But I couldn't think of her name, so it took me about 10 minutes to Google it to find the name because it was on the tip of my tongue and I couldn't think of it.
This is nice. Look at that. Lovely job. Right then, let's have a look for the motor. Here it is. Here it is. A couple of screws. At least the screws are here this time. Well, the BX is still working incredibly well at the moment. I'm still impressed with that, even though we did have spaghetti everywhere this morning when I came down and out into the garage.
Yeah, it don't happen often, but when it does, it's a mess. Especially when your hot end is a big blob. You got to heat up like 235 and start digging away, trying to get it all off.
Yeah, I haven't had any major, touch wood, I haven't had any major catastrophes with anything for quite a while, which has been nice. But yeah, that this morning was a bit of a shocker. So I took to the forum this morning. And I
post the link, Sam. Somebody wants to pop in, possibly.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, my wife just said from the living room, nobody wants to talk to me. That's what was her comment. Not even a good day. How are you doing? It's just nobody wants to talk to you.
Wow.
Yeah, Sam's live streaming. I'm hanging out talking to him.
It's a state conversion.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good on that. Looks nice. Hey there, how you doing?
Fine, how are you singing?
Oh, I'm amazing, thank you very much. What's going on?
I'm going to kill Jerry tonight.
How are you?
He won't be on the live stream Friday. My feedback.
Yeah, I told her I'd grow the beard back, so I'm not going to shave. There is somebody walking in.
Enough. Right then, hold up. There's 2 people coming online now.
I'm going to guess Marissa and Matt. That's my guess.
Oh, no. Well, actually, yes. But also, no. Hang on a second. Right. Let me let me press that magic button again. You know it, guys. Here we go.
Oh,
La 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 la, it's the mother trucker Johnny Baby T.
Yeah, he's still under a power cut, and of course the wonderful Matt. How you
hey,
doing, Matt?
Matt.
Hey, how are you guys?
What's up?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Certainly
Good.
getting there, mate. Certainly getting there. We are
Looking
we're on
good.
trip number 2 now, so things are slowly but surely getting to the right position where I can actually go to bed soon.
The white ring of death above you is just turning away.
I know.
Oh, it's bounced on.
He's dead. He's gone. He's gone.
Does tripod have bad connection?
He's had power problems, yeah. Brownouts, blackouts. He's going to have to take tripod if you're watching. Get ready to go to a motel tomorrow. Get ready for Friday. Load up all your parts. Go to the hotel. Get internet.
I
Yeah,
can
I'll
see.
buy some more internet.
I can see him just not coming on. That's what I can see. To be fair.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, that's all right. We're just not gonna. He's not just not gonna be the butt of our jokes this week. That'll be the only thing. My
Yeah, I
jokes.
can miss this joke.
Okay, so I'm just putting the Z rod on at the moment. That does seem to be insanely stiff. That's what she said to the vicar. And I'm just going to lax that off a little bit. Just so... So what do you do for a living, Matt? I have been curious. I've been thinking about this the last couple of days. What is it that you do for a living now?
Nothing actually. I'm disabled because of my condition, PTSD.
Right.
So I suffer with sleeping problems and it's chaotic. I sleep maybe like 2 hours a day, and then I wake up because I have a nightmare and
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
What's the nightmare about? Anything you do 3D printers?
Pardon me?
Your nightmares, are they about 3D printers? Chasing you?
I wish. I wish. Would be nice. Actually, most of my machines behind me, they're not working right now. They're on pause right now. I have to load them up with stuff to do. And I only have one machine. Making a nice giant bottle of Bacardi rum.
Oh,
It
okay.
is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got a weird one with this rod at the moment. This rod is not moving at all. He's well jammed at the moment. So I'm just going to slacken this off a little bit, and let's just have a quick look at what is going on here, because something's
Just
not right.
loosen up the brass fitting up top so it has a little bit of play. That should take care of your problem. The 2 screws that are in that.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that, Jerry. I think it's the base of the motor actually. But let's have a look. Let's just see if that does change anything. Oh, I've done a little bit actually. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it was that. Oh, okay. Well, you learn something new every day, don't you? Look at that. You saved me there, You saved me there, Jerry. You saved me there.
Always try to help when I can. Everybody has problems. Everybody needs help all the time.
Well, there's some good advice there from SPC 3D. Lube your rod, Sam. So that's what she says. Exactly, Marissa. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So a Brit. Oh dear. Yeah, this feels. It doesn't feel quite right, actually, to be fair. But I'm going to undo this a bit more. Should be quite a smooth transition going up and down on my rod, but for some reason it does feel a little bit.
Yeah, the Ender last saying the Ender 3 V2 is the only Creality printer where you can put it together and it goes zoom and it just drops.
Yeah, but this is not the V2, is it? This is the first one. This is the second one.
Yeah, well, I meant the Ender 3 V2, the one that you're printing with right now, that other one.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how
How
fast.
big is the building plate on that? That's 20 by 20?
Sorry? 235 and 235, 250, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's small, but, perfectly formed. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, as I say, it seems to be going together quite nicely for a refurbished printer. I do appear to have. It just feels. I don't know. It just feels the spring just feels a little bit tight in here. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. I might just undo this one more time just to double check everything. But you kind of get a feeling from it. If it's not quite right, there's probably something amiss. The rod does look straight. The extrusion does look straight. Everything does look okay here. The eccentric nuts aren't done up too tightly. I will just triple check those. Just to make sure that's slackened off. Yeah, that's got tons of room in it. So I'm just going to lift this one up a little bit. It's tight now.
Yeah, I always get those eccentric knives just tight enough that I can still grab the wheel and turn it. But not so tight that you can't turn it by hand, just when you hold the frame and try to move it by itself.
Yep. Okay, that's right. Let's get that back in there.
So what's the news on the baby front?
The news on the baby front. Well, it's still not here yet, thankfully. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be doing a live stream right now.
I know.
But yeah, it's cooking with gas at the moment. So hopefully we'll find out a little bit more this week. We've got a couple of meetings with the doctors and stuff, so we shall find out what the plan's going to be, I guess, on Friday. So no pressure there. No.
Tripod said he's upgrading the firmware on his router now.
Is he really? I bet he's having a bloody nightmare. I bet he's watching us on his phone, though, right?
Probably.
Okay, so try and force that down a little bit and give this a little squeeze. And this one here as well. Squeeze. All right, we'll see how that moves when on the Z in a little bit. I'm not totally convinced on that, but let's have a look in a minute. Right there. Let's pop him on.
All my printers that I put solid bed mounts on with easy ABLs, I took off that coupler and I put the plumb couplers on that pull apart. You know, they're 3-part. It's got that rubber plastic piece in the middle and they pull apart. That way if the nozzle crashes, they pull apart rather than digging into the bed.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because those there will pull apart, but then once they do, they're done. You can't put them back together.
Okay. Right, let me just try this little bugger. See if he's going to go in. Yes, he is. That's good. We're not far off now, guys, if you're still watching.
Yep.
The final arc line, I'm not sure, Victor.
Tripod to come back on and we'll all be gone.
Go to his Facebook group or his company's website, and they've got help sections. So you can probably find out what you're looking for, but I don't recognize the term arc line.
I'm not sure what that is. Arc line. Do you mean the on the stepper motor on a 0.9 stepper? Is that what you're referring to, perhaps? That's the only thing I can think about that might be in regards to how the arc works. On a circle, for example.
I tinker with firmware, but I got to get help. I got to get help from people quite often. Different things I can't figure out.
Oh, well, that's just popped off. Okay, let's get that. Let's get this screwed on first, and we'll come back to that. Na. Tripod is rebooting his router. Tra la 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 la.
So you still working at your day job every day?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, mate. Yeah, I'm there all the time. Well,
8 hours a day, 10 hours a day?
No. I'm the boss. I don't go in that much. I go in 3 days a week.
Okay.
And then the rest of the time I'm doing stuff for YouTube. That's kind of how it works right now. So I'm trying to get some other business deals off the ground dealing with 3D printing. So that will kind of fall into what we do as a business as well at some point.
Are you the owner or do you work for somebody?
No, I'm the owner. There's
Okay.
two owners. There's myself and there's another guy called Sam, which just confuses everybody. But yeah, we're 50-50 business partners. Have been for 10 years now.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it's there's money in what we do. We do a lot of specialist projects. So we do a lot with the 5G upgrades that I know a few of the guys were familiar with. A lot to do with the television stuff. I have it all on the right side now. Good. Good. Yeah, so we do a lot. We do a lot of hell of a lot of work with transmitter gear and high end kind of businesses and small teams and anything that's got a plug or a battery in it. We basically take it and recycle it. So we've had the occasional 3D printers through, but they're normally trash. They're not awesome. But we have just done a deal with a very well known 3D printing board manufacturer. Who's based in the UK, and we got talking and told him what I was up to, what I was doing. And
well, when you said in the past you were in the recycling, I thought it was day-to-day garbage. Just what I thought it was.
My wife occasionally introduced me at parties as a bin man, which goes down really well, But yeah, no, that's certainly not what we do. I don't get too involved with the physical waste of it. But yeah, it's electronics, it's computers and various other kind of bits and pieces like that.
That's what Red Light does.
It's who, sorry?
That's what Red Light does. He's a scrapper at a scrapyard with electronics and stuff like that. And that's why his garage is full. He comes on live streams a lot. And he's always taking apart printers and getting different things out of different types of metals and elements.
Sure. Yeah, but that's kind of similar to what we do, obviously in the UK and stuff. But I'm on the business side rather than the breaking stuff down and that. That's not my bag. Not anymore, anyway.
Yeah.
So, but we've done all right. We've done, the business is going well. It has been going well for a long time. Even with COVID, we've not had to make any redundancies. We kept everybody employed.
That's good.
And that's half the battle, I think. Once you get to that point, that it's all about, you understand that it's all about sort of people that are relevant to the business and doing the work and that have got families and stuff. That's what's important. And we can't do what we do without those people. And obviously these people need a job, so it works both ways. Just got to be really sensible with it all. But yeah, like I say, I can't imagine actually going back and doing a proper job anymore. But I deal a lot with when the shit hits the fan, I'm the one that's got to be there and sorting it all out. So, but we got senior management in there now. So, the good news about that is that I don't have to get too involved with a lot of stuff. It's sort of I can get on and do whatever I want to do.
Tripod said, "Internet is toast. I paid for gigabit and only getting 2788 down and 23 up. We'll need a Comcast. I go through Cox Cable here in Vegas, and I've got high speed, and I'm supposed to be getting a gig down and like 35 or 40 up, something like that, and it costs me $123 a month.
Oh wow!
And my phone is included with that, but yeah, it's ridiculous." He said he found out that someone hit an electrical pole with their car and cut the power out at 1:15 a.m.
Oh, God. Okay.
Marissa says you're living the dream, Sam.
Well, like I say, the droid building stuff and, the other stuff that I get involved with is, it allows me, I've chosen to do for a living, it allows me to go and do these things that come up, so if there's an event or if there's a charity event or if there's a film or if there's a, any of that kind of stuff, I've been truly blessed to be able to just sort of walk out of the business and go off and do something else. It's absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
I had a couple failures today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was man-made failures.
Right. Okay.
I tried to make. Hold on, let me get my light. I have it in the other room.
He printed a lithophane. It would look like a beer can or something. He went to grab a light to show it off.
I know there's a Budweiser, wasn't there? I saw
Yeah,
one.
0.23 up. That's like really slow. That's like 1991. There you go. Jack Daniels looks nice.
Oh, nice.
I made two different ones. This one is with 0% layer fill.
Yep.
And this one is 100% infill. So I think this one looks way nicer.
Oh yeah.
Darker.
Nice.
But the top didn't came out nice. So it fell off. So I'm just gonna use it as plant pots.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
3D. Hello, how you doing?
Hello there. Hello there. How's our little pirate doing today then?
Tripod, have you called him? I know you've reset it, you've unplugged it. Call him, let him refresh it. Maybe that'll work. I don't know.
Right then. Let's get the.
I've had my internet get reset in the middle of the night. And I'm get up in the middle of the night to do something. I get on my computer, my internet's down. I go nuts. Because imagine if I was in a live stream and they decide they want to work on my system.
I suspect it's in the small print that they can pretty much do whatever they like. That's the problem. Okay, so we're just wiring up the X axis now and just whipping in the belt.
What?
Jerry's getting told off, like he's had to mute himself. Love that. Have you been listening to Bruno Mars all day? No.
Oh, I switched off my headphone at this moment. I feel sorry for him sometimes. So he's married. I'm still free, and you know.
Who's married?
3D printing.
Who's married?
You.
Oh, I got a roommate. I don't know about being married.
Oh, right. Didn't you have some kind of anniversary, like 11 years, something like that?
Yeah, I posted that, and that's the first time I've ever posted on Facebook. I've never recognized it publicly before, but I figured, okay, I'll make a post about it.
That's awesome, guys. Congratulations. Well, I'll tell you what I will quickly do. I know we're right in the middle of all this, and, you know, it is what it is, but...
La 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 la, it's the mother trucker Johnny Baby T.
Here he is, look.
Hey, we can see you and we can hear you.
What?
What? Hey, what?
The marvel of technology never ceases to amaze me. Yeah.
Mate, they've got it out for you, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there. They're watching you. They know. They're intercepting your parcels. They're making things go bad. They know.
To the bald-headed guys out there, I don't remember how this goes, but it's like something like this or something.
That's all I needed was for Jerry to be a little bit more animated. He missed me, so it's okay, Jerry. Now everyone could trash it on me. Even better now. Oh man, it's so bad that when I do a speed test on the computer, now it reads 0.00 upload.
Wow.
Like, I'm gonna give it a few hours for it to reset because it was fine this morning, and then when I guess they were working on the poll again, they had to cut the internet. It would have been nice to know because I do receive communications from our local power provider. Hey, shut down your devices and stuff because we're gonna shut you down.
Nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
Oh, it's. I'm testing a product behind me, and it actually requires an internet connection to run, and it can't even upload, so I can't even test it for my next video.
Hold on.
That's a nightmare.
I'm running it. I went to speedtest.net. I just ran a test. I'm getting 295 down, and it looks like around 35 up.
Yeah, that's usually I'm double that. Yeah, speed test.
Yeah.
I'm running it right now.
My internet is only 200 megabits.
Only.
Enough. Yeah.
Well, I am struggling at. Oh, it's going up actually now. It's at 42. And upload.
Upload at 10.
Upload. Oh, wait. 20 points. 20.
Look, man, you shouldn't be existing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was just getting ready to put the print on the Ender 5 Plus for the dome at 12:10, and then the power cut out.
Oh, no.
Don't they know you're trying to build droids?
Yeah. They're watching the channel. Like, tripod's not going to succeed. We're going to make sure.
Tell them you sent your robot army towards them.
Yes.
Hey, buddy. Come here. What's up, bud?
What's the dog up to today then?
Oh, that's a cutie.
Lowry does this time in garlic.
How old is he?
He's 10 years old.
Yeah, I worked so long last night, and then when I went to drop in early, I turned everything back on, and my sound won't work. It took up the help, so I had to pick it up with my mic, so I don't know. But
What? Jerry, we can hear you.
Hilarious. But not as funny as the fact that this printer is now, ladies and gentlemen, it's plugged in. It's almost ready to rumble. Are you ready? Let me just level this bit up here. Let me go this around. Here we go. We're going to switch them on for the very first time. Before I do that, let's just check the. It'll be the first time I don't check something and it ends up going wrong.
oh yeah, you're fishing up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a working printer. Hallelujah. Here it is. We're plugged in. We're ready to go. Let's see if we can move some stuff around. Let's see if we can open the printer for a start.
I think Jerry's destroying the house.
Okay, so we've got the X. We've got the Y. We haven't got the Z. What's going on with the Z?
Could you hear me in the kitchen make a noise?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
We heard you getting your ass spanked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that wasn't plugged in. But it is now. Here we go. See, we're getting some binding on this rod. That is odd.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're getting some weird.
The lead screw must be bent then.
It seemed a bit off, that's for sure.
Oh, we'll see if this survives. We'll see if this print survives.
It's action replay with tripod.
What's happening?
What's happening? Make me feel ill.
We lost tripod.
Oh no.
He's gone. He's gone. Yeah, so it does look to me like that. Possibly the rod's maybe bent. I'm going to take it off in just a second and have there's something off with it though. It doesn't feel right. I mean, it's moving. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's definitely moving. I don't think it's a binding issue. All we'll do is we'll power him back up again. We'll see if we can home him again. The X and Y are obviously working well, and you can see that. But let's move this guy out of the way. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back again.
Are you on your phone tripod?
What happens if you kill your camera? You put yourself. It just takes yourself down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 3 dots. I do that all the time on my streams. I click the 3 dots and blink. I kick myself out.
On the phone, it's a little bit different. And man, when you're on the phone, it really heats up fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Carl, that's the blue filament.
Turn it sideways. Turn your phone sideways, tripod. You go full screen. There you go. Now you're full screen.
So that's the Ziltech filament from Jerry.
Okay, so we've got a loose connection on the Z. So on the cabling, the cabling's tight, like really tight. So I think what's happening, I think it's pulling. Let's have another quick look around here. I think it's pulling. Man, that is tight in there.
Unplug it while you're playing with it.
Yeah. You never want to play with it live.
I'll be all right. Don't worry.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see how that the Ziltech filament comes out.
Nice.
Yeah, I printed 210 and 60 with their filament and most filaments. Typically,
that's actually what I'm running. But it's all hot. It's all metal hot end. But I still just left it at 210.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any all metal hot ends.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna drop off so I could see if Comcast could do something with my internet connection.
All right.
So
if you need to, Sam can give him a call. If you need to, give Sam the number, and when he gets off his stream, he'll give him a call and say, "Hey, you know who this is?" And he'll get a picture.
I don't think they're going to care, dude, but, whatever.
No. You'd be like,
well, we see you Friday then, in that case.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's either here or hotel, because Jerry's been saying. I just have to. You can't just bring a printer. I'll have to bring the wife, too. Oh, actually, no. She's doing scrapbooking at a hotel. Hey, there we go. Crash her hotel. I'm here for the internet.
Yeah, just make sure they got good internet first to be all set.
Yeah, test it before you rent the room.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
All right, Chief. I'll see you soon, tripod.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah, so we've got a cable issue here. At least a cable issue. And that's on the Z. And we're getting almost like it's very similar to like if the Z axis has not been wired correctly. You get like a juddering. And that's kind of what I'm getting right now. So let's see if you guys can hear this, if it's allowing me to do it. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah.
So usually that juddering, and if I move the cable around a little bit, it's going to do it now, is it? It's yeah.
Is the bed all the way forward and it's trying to move further? Is that the noise you're hearing?
No, it's on the Z axis, mate.
Okay.
So I'm getting vibrations on it, but it's I think it's going to probably have to come apart, this one, unfortunately.
And that plumb coupler, when it's unplugged, does it turn freely?
Well, the thing is, if I push the wire,
Probably a bad motor.
like I say, normally this is the normal thing you'd find if if it's wired up incorrectly. What I'll do is let me grab another Z-axis from another printer and see if this one's going to work instead.
You mean stepper motor?
Sorry, yes. It's getting quite late here now, guys.
Oh yeah.
Now you sound like tripod. Don't come up with excuses.
Right, let's try turning this around then.
Oh, I see. Just try. Okay.
So nothing's happening on this one. Nothing
That
at all.
must be maybe bad cable or wrongly hooked up.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bad cable, certainly. But as I say, let's have a look down at the other camera, see what we can see here. See how this one's printing out. Let's just move him down a little bit. Whoa, under here somewhere. Back a bit, back a bit, back a bit. The little dog is printing quite nicely at the moment. He seems to be doing okay. You can see his arse at the moment. So that is looking pretty good. I may, unfortunately, have to abandon this one for the moment because, short of undoing, it is 11:20. Yeah, short of taking out the, that cable is far too short to fit to this. It literally just plugs in. So I'm going to say it's probably a faulty cable. But, that's the joy of refurbished products, right? You never know what you're going to get. I mean, again, you can hear that straight away. As soon as he's plugged in.
No, if you want to unplug it, pull the
control.
cover off the board and see what you got going on the control board. See if it's plugged into the right spot or if it's plugged in at all or, where it's going. You only got, 3 screws? Two or three on the bottom and one on the top. You move the bed all the way forward and you'll have one on the top and the rest on the bottom or vice versa.
So, we've got 3 screws here. Go on, then we'll whip it off real quick then.
Then I believe there's one on the top also that locks that in.
I like your half-finished 3PPO.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ever going to be finished. I've got the arms and everything for him, but I haven't done. Oh, what a nice ass! Oh wow, there you go. Look, that's the dog, obviously. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a couple more on the side. So there's some on the top. Did you say? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you got to slide the bed up. There'll be one on the top and the back in the middle.
Yeah, bloody hell. Okay.
And then be careful you don't break the wires on the fan when you pull the cover up because the fan wires are right inside that cover.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Some of those, the cover comes off on the top. Another one that comes off on the bottom. That one I don't remember offhand.
Yeah, it comes off on the bottom. Oh, here we go. Okay, now we're good. So,
The XYZ in order.
yes, that looks okay. And what's happened is that there are some exceedingly tight cables here. That's the main issue, is that it's just they've pulled it so tight that it's going to really struggle to move in there. They've taped it up and all sorts in here. So I don't know if it's worth even seeing it really, but so this is the cable here, and the cable that I want is the Z, which is this one. Again, there is some slack up here, but as soon as it hits this part, and it's around the back here, it's so tight. So I'm going to have to loosen that off a little bit, I think, in order to get that working. However, I do believe as well that I may even have to replace the cable on it. So
those black flat ribbon cables. Can't you just split it back further and separate it from the ones connected to it and give it more room?
Yeah,
Or
possibly.
you just kind of pull the 2 wires separate, and then it might give you more travel.
Yeah, it's so tight in there, Jerry. Honestly, it's. I'm going to just nip that off. There you go. Might give me a little bit more room there.
Yeah, the hot glue is annoying, Carl, but it's good that they do it. Otherwise, these get shipped from overseas. So many things would be unplugged and not working, so it's best to hot glue them in place.
Yeah, I don't mind too much hot glue as long as it's not riddled with the stuff. You know, it's the Eddie Cubic one actually, incidentally, was enough. You know, it was enough to do the job that it needed to do, and I was quite happy about that. Hey, you know what? Look at that! That little fella's finished.
Yay!
Yeah. My word. Worryingly enough, though, that's supposed to be a 2-hour print, so I've been on here more than I should have done. That is full show. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys.
Hit the like button, guys, if you haven't already, and please subscribe and ring that bell to be notified the next time Sam goes live or posts a video, which is very frequently.
It is, and I am working on some videos in the background at the moment, which you know, may be of interest to a few of you. And I think this looks like this has been off because it looks like it's got a ding in it. So this has previously had some work doing to it. So that's probably why
they sent it back.
Well, it's probably why they sent it back. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as the other one had a lot less work to do on it, but this one looks like it's, yeah, that's a bit better. I still don't think that's going to be good enough. Let's power them up. Let's have a look. Last ditch attempt.
Are those connectors the little copper, not copper? It's a little connector in the JST plug all the way.
Yeah, yeah, I checked those already. They look fine, but the juddering is usually down to miswiring the plug. So I'm wondering if they for some reason miswired the plug. So let's just go and do the motion. No, not motion. I'm looking. Pair. Move axis. Move Z. Still got noise. Okay. Let's unplug him. What I may try and do.
2-wire or 3-wire?
It's 4.
4, yeah.
What I'll do, so I'll just put that cable out. Just like that. And I'm going to swap these two around. Basically, on a stepper motor, here's a bit of education for you for a change. On a stepper motor, there is A and B poles. It works on a magnet. So if the magnet is inverted, it's not going to work. But you can just change a couple of cables around, and it may, the other issue is it may go up instead of going down. But in which case you can then replace the outers as well. But if they're twisted in the wrong direction, you're going to get that kind of buzzing. It doesn't do the motor any harm, but at the same time, it doesn't sound particularly good. So let's plug him back here. So I've just rewired that now. Let's have a look and see. It may be worse. Let's have a look. Oh yeah!
Oh,
There you go. It's even worse. Look. So it sounds like it was round the right way, but there must be another common fault then in that case. So
yeah, it's the way I think.
it doesn't seem right though, does it?
No. I had a similar noise on my Creator 2, and I replaced the cable, and I had no more problems.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it might have been the fact they got all that tape around it. It might have been a shorting issue with some of these, which may have led to the issue. But I mean, like I say, when I unboxed this, as you saw with the box, that was a real shonky little box that was in. So God only knows what the issue could be with that. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let's repeat this. I mean, like you say, it could be something to do with the motor drive, or it could be the rod that's bent. It could be a number of things. So I'm just going to loosen this off completely. and hope that it just turns on its own. Let's just see what we get this time. Okay, so this is going to be my last test, guys, because I am going to receiving some great printers that are testing you for future tech support position. Yeah, you know what? They couldn't pay me enough to be absolutely fair with you guys. Okay, let's move the axis. Let's go move Z. Let's... Okay, so we still got the noise. Let's see if I can maybe pull this sucker out, and let's see if we can pull that down. Let's see if we can get movement on it. Okay, it's the motor. Yes, the motor is shagged. It's either the motor or the board. So we are getting
it's always the balls.
We are getting the we're getting that sort of weird shaking, you know, like with the balls. Yeah. No, we are getting that shaking definitely there. It's sort of strange that we're not getting any although it's an any cubic one, the one I plugged it into this, the poles might be around the other way, but it's weird that we're not getting any kind of movement off of that Z rod. So I'll try this one again because I may just end up using this in the end if it ends up being the motor. But like I say, it doesn't bode particularly well with. Right, let's do a reset on that. Doesn't bode particularly well with me that, you know, these so-called refurbished printers are not brilliant. And it's all right if you've got the stuff. If you've got parts here to mess around with it, great. But
if it was refurbished, they would have plugged it in and made sure it worked.
Yeah. Move axis, move Z. Yeah, so that dinged that time. But on the Anycubic printers, the steppers are around the other way. Maybe said around the wrong way. They're around their way. Short of grabbing another, I haven't got a spare one in here. Let me just whip those around the other way and see if we get any movement off of this. One and two. Okay, let's plug this bad boy back in again then. And if this doesn't work, then I'm going to blame Tripod for his power outage. We will see what happens. Here we go. Pair. Let's go. Move axis. Z. Hey, it's moving. It's moving.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do very much have a 40. Now, I can't. You might think, hey, you know what? I can't see it moving. That ain't moving, right? What have I got here? I've got a bit of tape. What I'll do is I'll stick that on there. Here we go.
Put a flag on it so we can watch it.
Put the tape on the top here. There we go. Can you see it moving?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. So 40 motor on that one. So we've had, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have had 2 irregular issues. We've had 1, a 40 motor, and 2, a 40 wheel. So that will conclude my lesson today of 3D printing and what to do and what not to do, I think. I'm going to go to bed. I've got to take the dog out for a walk as well. But we will be back on Friday, and these printers will all be working. And like I say, if... oh, sorry, hang on. What do you win? What do you win? Hey. What's this? What's this? Oh, was it... Did you have a bet? Did you guys have a bet that it would be the motor? If that's the case, let me know. Hang on, because I can't see the comments. Let me know if I'll send you something. If that's what happened. Yeah, but I don't want to have real proof. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, guys, I'll let you Okay. Well, you're very clever then in that case. Again, the thing is we have to go through a process of elimination of all this stuff anyway. So, is what it is. But hey, you know what? The thing I've learned today is tripod can't always get what he wants when he wants to come online. And also, I can live stream and print this little dog that I'm probably just going to put here.
Cool.
So until Friday, guys, we will see you back on Friday, of course. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm actually going to spend some time with my wife. And it's good to see everybody out there. And thanks for joining us. In Refurbished, repackaged and shipped. Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is that ultimately they're not that well tested. But unlike my patients. So I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. And maybe I'll live stream the reaction that I get from the people that have sent me these printers. But anyway, listen, guys, thanks very much. As always, I do appreciate your support, and we will see you very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.